Kim Bokamper. Tough.
Oh, tough. He would smack you with his forearm. You're doing nothing, dude.
I definitely picture Kim Bokamper at a bar saying something like, if I was 30 years younger, I'd kick your ass.
Larry Merchant.
Yeah, he definitely has said that.
Except Flo would actually be like, he might be right.
I do not I don't even challenge people like that.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
I'm one of those people that if we having all that talk, that mean I could have got a hit in. So
Bo was sitting here being like, baseball, golden at bat. Fake rule. Old school, dude. Old school. I was like, man, that sometimes every once in a while you just hear a radio heater and you're just like, man, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. That dude just cooked.
Well, first of all,
he just cooked.
If he had actually did that on our show and we were here, we would be laughing.
Oh yeah.
So like no.
My favorite was the Messi fake trophy. He's right.
No, but that's what soccer does.
That is what's that's what's funny about it. It's like that's what soccer does.
Soccer does that. Like
actually the thing that's funny about soccer, the MLS does is they do this cockamamie playoff. Soccer don't do that.
Right.
They're just like, who's the best at the end?
Yep, best record.
Would you like that? Would you like that if American sports did that, or do you like a playoff? Like if we ended all this and it was between the Chiefs and the Bills, but the Bills, what they did, beating them back in week 8, and they finished with this. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
You know what the funniest part about what just happened? What? She actually tried to just come in.
She thought she was going to sneak in.
Yeah, just come in, set up shop. Oh, wow.
Choo choo. What were we talking about? Soccer. Yeah. So like, would you like it if the NFL just ended? If we ended, this just feels un-American. If we just ended in 3 weeks, and it was just determined the champion,
Kansas City.
The champion is Kansas City. Would we like that?
No.
Yeah, I would hate that.
It's that month and a half of playoff intense football that, because now look, when the playoffs start, you go, oh, now this is the real season. Right? I think here's the problem. Here's why they have to do that in soccer. Because I do not know what the hell best of 3 aggregate and all this nonsense is. That's what throws me off. Right? Like, so, yeah, they won the first one, but now they got to win, and a home goal counts more. A home goal counts less than a road goal. And what? There's rules to the rules.
Oh, that soccer loves their rules. I will admit.
The thing that kills me about soccer, it's not even that. It's not even that. Like, you can have all your tournaments and stuff. Like, I'll watch a game and Messi will be playing for Inter Miami, right? And they'll be playing for the North American Cup or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then next week I'll turn on TV and he's playing for somebody else.
What do you mean? National team?
Right. Like, they just leave.
I know.
Right. That's the thing that kills me. What if
I thought he was done with Argentina?
What if Tom Brady just said, I got this thing.
Time for
I got this thing with Michigan. I'm out.
Isn't it time for Argentina to pick up the slack?
I mean,
I thought he came here to play for the Pinks and the Pinks alone.
But I'm just saying, like, that's the thing that like, or what the hell is on loan mean?
I think that's what that is. I think you just leave on loan.
No. That's not for your national team. They say when you go to your national team, they say you have national duties. Right? Yeah. That's what they say.
Like it's the military.
Right. But like when you see all these things, so-and-so's on loan. So that means when he's off season, he can go and play and they pay him like, I don't understand all that.
Are you saying someone can repossess Lionel Messi?
No. I'm saying like for the stars,
I haven't paid your bill
to play in a different league. Yeah. They can loan them and pay a boatload of money to have, like, dude, I don't know, too much.
I will tell you this though. I think I'm gonna have to learn that soccer. My son's like really into the Messi. I hope that he
really
he loves
Messi Mania.
Really
loves Messi now.
Strange though in the offseason.
Isn't he built like a left tackle?
My son?
Yeah.
He's getting there. I'm like, I ain't gonna,
so like he's gonna be the goalie. Well, that's what they do in
probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Said he didn't like goalie though. It was too boring.
It was boring.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but like he doesn't seem like the kid that's gonna be enthusiastic about all that running.
He can be an enforcer.
It's just a thing now.
Fonz hated Fonz. I don't know what the hell Fonz in soccer just didn't get along. Here's why. Because, say he played a position, right? I'm like, Fonz, move around. My coach told me to play this position. He wouldn't move. I'm like, you can
trying to stick to the game plan.
The game plan. No. Or then he almost killed the kid because the ball went out of bounds. Fonz had to throw in, and this kid was like, Fonzie. So Fonzie launched it, hit him in the face, and we had to stop the game for 15 minutes because the kid was crying. Like, hey, you wanted it, little Jimmy.
That's what you said.
Can't use your hands though.
Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like the Tucson, the Sonata, and the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. The Panthers. Anytime one of these teams, they think they're cute. Oh, you're top 2 in your conference? Oh, that's nice. Well, how about a 6-1 loss, dude? Enjoy that. And can I just say something? I can't believe I have to say this, but the league is bullying Matthew Tkachuk. He's just there scoring goals, Leroy, minding his own business, but they just see Tkachuk around conflict, and people want to punch him in the face. And it's becoming annoying. He sits here, he's just putting the cats up, extending their lead, and they're just like, Tkachuk, get him! And the Wild are just like starting to wail on him. Now, obviously, he loves it because he's an antagonist. But he didn't do anything, Leroy. Right. They tripped him. He scores the goal, falls near Fleury, and the Wild are like, get him. Like, what do you do, dude?
It's straight.
It's not fair.
Aggression.
They just see his face, and they're just like.
And does he laugh through the whole thing?
The whole time. The whole time. He's just a menace.
But
he didn't do anything that time.
You know what that's called?
Well, it's trolling. It's trolling after you put him up 3-1
for whatever reason.
Do anything.
It's falling.
Sadir's just sitting on his.
And that makes it worse when you're winning, and then you.
The Panthers. They still have this thing over everybody. Like everybody hates playing them so much, and they mentally break you. Same thing happened to Edmonton. Third period. They start fighting between the benches, and the Panthers are like, "Okay, cool, tie game." Whee! They just, I've never seen a team like this that just gets under the skin of these are great teams they're taking out. The Panthers aren't great; they're the champs, but these are teams that are on heaters, and the Panthers just,
I cannot,
you can't stick with us.
I cannot believe after our conversations yesterday that you lead the day with a perfect example of trolling.
But you're missing my whole point, though. My whole point was not against trolling. Most of the time, I'm here for trolling, but that's the key. Most of the time. All I was saying yesterday with Tyreek Hill was TNP.
Yeah, but then that's not trolling.
It is.
Trolling has no time or place. It does. The true art of trolling is to get everybody at their worst.
No.
Yes.
No. Yes. TNP
says King Troll.
What?
How many times have you come in here saying, "Oh, the New York Jets fans are all up in their feelings. I got them last night."
TNP
all the time.
TNP
all the time.
But he does choose reporter voice when he does post game.
Of course. You want to know why?
TNP.
But you can't be a troll in that environment.
You guys want me to be?
Yeah.
You say beat Tobin all the time.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Tyreek can be Tyreek all the time.
He can be, but
is.
It's not the best. It's not the best course of action.
You know how he is.
We're 4 days out. I'm still trying to. They're still debating whose pick's fault was that. Who cares? You want to know what? Who cares? They were interceptions. I don't care whose they are. Yeah. They go on Tua's record. Tyreek Hill, not the greatest season, but you want to know something? Who gives a rat's ass? They're sitting here barely with a pulse. to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's done. I've got
Playoffs.
Well, they're not eliminated
Wait,
yet.
Wait a minute.
They're not eliminated yet.
Clear. Just based on what you just said,
Hmm?
right? Why even throw that play? Time and place. Time and place.
Totally fair.
Time and place. Like,
Totally fair.
win a game. Win a game.
That's the greatest rant of all time.
Oh yeah.
It's either that. It's either that or Dennis.
This Denny Green.
Denny Green.
It wasn't even the fact that he said what he said, but the look. He's like, playoffs. Like he gave like what?
Like he tasted something sour.
Right.
It's an all-timer.
Dude, I gotta tell you, the Denny Green one was way better because that's not him.
Yeah, you said they broke him.
They broke him. He was hot.
Was that him with an Arizona Cardinals Emmitt Smith?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Man.
That I've only heard that Denny one time. And he stopped practicing. And we huddled around. And everybody was like, oh. And that's it.
You guys got two good ones, but I think the best.
Mhm.
I don't even know. This wasn't even post game, but
We talking about practice.
it's so quotable.
Practice is great. Yeah, that's an all-timer.
Playoffs.
Have you seen me play? That's what he said. Have you seen
Not
me
a
play?
game. Not a game.
Can't believe they gave him a tiny statue.
It's not good.
So let's hear some of the Cats last night. Doug Plagens, Aaron Ekblad opened up the scoring. Apparently, Aaron Ekblad's thing is he hits the post, but it goes the other way. And he was like, "Finally, I hit the post. It goes in."
He always hits the post.
Here was Aaron Ekblad mic'd up during the game when he hit the goal.
Brooks Koepka.
He's still pissed about it.
I don't understand. Every goal dedicated to him, apparently.
Right. I wonder how many people down there is like, who's that Brooks Koepka fella?
No, here was Matthew Tkachuk. This is the goal to put the Cats up 3-1.
Forslick, near side, looks across Ekblad, on to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe in right circle, pulls up across off Barkov, and jammed on goal, and they score. It's Tkachuk following in, and that's going to draw the attention of the Minnesota Wild. Tkachuk got a piece of Fleury going in there.
How dare you score?
Looked totally legal to me, and now a battle ensues off to the side of the net. But I tell you what, early in the sequence, Hartman took a liberty on Barkov, and it was absolutely unnecessary. And now the skirmish continues. Fleury gets away from the front of the net. Tkachuk has had his helmet knocked off in the middle of all this. Barkov got it to the net. Tkachuk scored, and there was no additional contact made. If anything, Tkachuk got knocked over, and I think the Minnesota player getting back actually bumped Fleury. I think that was Hartman. So Tkachuk, no helmet on. He leads the fist bump line over. 3-1 Panthers, 4:32 to go in the second.
Just minding his own business, dude. It's just like, you tripped me.
The fist pump line.
Nah, we know it was you. We know it was you, Tkachuk.
Hey, we got to get Plagens to say the DAP line. The DAP, not fist pump.
No,
the DAP line.
is the of dirty shots. He uses the term taking liberties.
Yeah. right. He's too nice. Too nice.
Instead of you being a dirty rat bastard, no, they're taking liberties out there.
Right. I tell you who wouldn't have said it like that. Mike Inglis.
No. Here was
Here we go. He's like, and I got to tell you, this group here with the extracurriculars.
Here was Paul Maurice. Panthers finished their road trip 3-2. Finally get to come home.
Yeah, I mean, so you want to go 5-0, but with respect to the teams and where they are in the standings going into this trip, it's not easy going from Florida to the West Coast and working your way back. So it's never about the numbers. Like, I like the way we rebounded. The two losses are important to us because we can learn from them. And I think in our last two games, we were really good against two very, very strong rush teams. And they had their chances, but we did a pretty good job eliminating them.
All right, there you go. Cats back in action tomorrow night against the Blues. Back home, back in their own barn. We'll take a
I gotta
break.
tell you what's crazy.
Hmm?
You see how he says that, and he says, "No, the two losses were good for us." Spo says that sometimes. Oh, that's good for us. I'm learning. If Mike McDaniel said that,
No.
the city would explode,
Don't say that,
right?
dude. Don't say that.
Right? I'm saying even if he said at the beginning of the year,
Mhm.
right? And 2 losses. We'll grow from this. It was good for us. It was good for us to oh my goodness.
Mm-mm.
Too much.
That's it.
It's a good call. It's a good call there.
We'll take a break. More to come on the show. Back after this. QAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Got another 4-pack of tickets to give away to Heat and Nets coming up on Monday, December 23rd.
Make sure if you win those tickets, you don't do that stupid show beforehand.
Which show?
The stupid show.
The one we were just talking about? I watched the Ultimatum finale last night.
The concept is stupid.
It is stupid.
If you're gonna break out, you might as well do it in front of a whole audience and get money for it. That's basically what their mindset is going into.
So
this.
all these people, let me give you the.
More
I'm gonna give you
the
the Leroy breakdown of this dumbass show.
Wow.
So all these couples have been dating for a substantial amount of time. Some of them are even contemplating get married, engaged, or whatever. So the way the show sells it is they're all coming together and they're going to see if it's real, if they should keep going, or if they should break up. Like, that's the thing. So what they do is they go in and they mingle. And they maybe talk to other. They get forced on dates with others, right?
Forced on.
Right.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, right. To see if they have a budding relationship or you want to go back to the person you're with.
Wait, and Tobin, is this like fan led or is this the producers are setting this up? Like,
I got it in the middle of the season, but what I gather is they go on a date. They all see who they like. They all go on like
No,
They all-
they all go on a date.
They have like 2 days
I'm gonna mark this.
to be
We'll get back
together with their same couples.
Right.
And then I believe
But then they mingle.
have so they start mingling. They all go into different rooms. And then
Then
they
you-
pick who they want to be.
They pick a trial.
Here's the part that
spouse.
my wife watched this.
They-
Here's the part I saw. Here's the part I saw.
Yeah.
So there's money. The other person. So say if your significant other went on a date with somebody else, there's a kitty of money. You are sitting in the room and they show you some video and you could give up some of the money to keep watching.
Oh, I haven't seen that show. That's not
Wait,
this show.
what are you
That's a
watching
different
then?
show?
That's like some voyeuristic stuff. I've never heard of that show.
But it's the same. They're
You
all
have
the
been
same.
eating
It's not.
this
That's
all
not the
off.
show.
That's not
There was no money on the line for the
Okay.
show that I was.
So
watching.
anyway, wait. Then I'm wrong show. My
Okay.
wife watches all
There's
these.
definitely
and
money
I do-
on the line to that
I
show
do-
because then they get a
I do
contract
no.
with Netflix.
I do drive-bys.
I understand.
So
I-
here's the
that's
deal.
how I got into this show.
So
I was
wait, let me
drive-by.
get-
Yeah, every guy does a drive-by with these shows. They're like,
I'll be
That's
doing
true.
this. I'll be doing this where I'll be watching like
what a stupid show, and they walk away.
Right.
this is
And
this
they
is
come
how
back again, and they're like,
this is
"Did you
how
just say that?" And then they'll sit down after a while and be like,
No,
"Hold
I'm not sitting down.
1 second."
no, this is
not-
exactly how it works for
And
me.
then they
I'll be sitting there and I'll be watching the Heat game on my computer. You know, I got an earbud in, and like my wife's got the TV, peeking up. Like,
What a jackass. That's what you just start getting into. No, so let's get back to this. So they go on dates with others.
I can't trust your description of the show.
No,
Why are you describing the show? You just talked about the wrong show. Are we going to talk about your show now?
no, go.
Please, someone
The
describe
Ultimatum.
Watch
This is
me
the way it
drink
is.
Too Hot. No, you're watching Too Hot to Handle, aren't you?
Too hot to
I
handle.
don't know.
Too
I
hot
do-
to handle
wait.
where you're not
I
allowed to be
do.
horny.
I do drive-bys, right? And all I see is a whole bunch of couples in drama. And my wife and my daughter and my mother-in-law all like, ooh, she's a bitch. Like that's all I see.
She's right.
That's all I see.
No, the
and so then I like, ooh,
okay,
somebody.
too hot to handle is you're not allowed to be horny. There's a kitty
All right.
of
Oh.
money, and if you
It
break,
wasn't that show.
if
though.
you break the horny rules, money's
Money
taken
gets-
out of the jackpot.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's too hot to handle. I haven't watched that since the original COVID season. It really hasn't been as good because everybody knows
haven't
it's
seen
coming
it.
now.
Everybody,
You know, like they really got him because they thought they were going to like Sexy Island, and then all of a sudden it was like no hanky panky.
Ooh.
So that show I haven't seen in a long time. This show, Ultimatum, is people in like relationships that are just stringing on. They've been together for 3 years, and it's bleeper get off the pot. We getting engaged. What are we doing here?
No.
And they're like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Are we gonna get engaged? And so like they go to this retreat, and of course it's the Lachey's because Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey, they're always in the middle of everybody's relationship.
Yeah.
And the Lachey's are like, now you get to pick a trial spouse. And
Right.
so you cohabitate with another person of the opposite sex.
Whoa.
And
Who's also in
you
a
try them for 3 weeks,
Yeah.
try them on for size,
Oh.
and then they're good. Confirms. Do I want to look for other options, or do I want to stick with my original person?
In the real plane, in the
Whoa.
real world,
Kim Bokamper would hate this segment,
in,
by the way.
So true.
in the real world,
He's more.
that's
Love
like
Island
your
guy.
significant other coming to you and saying,
Mm.
"I think we should see other people."
Yes.
Yeah.
Or let's take a break.
Right.
A lot of people
That's
think
a
it's a hall
break.
pass show.
Right. No. If that's the case, okay.
This
Nice
shows are
knowing you.
aspirational.
Right.
Nice knowing you. You're going there with the intent to try on a new car. Try
Right.
a new car.
Well, and then spoiler alert,
Yeah.
these relationships don't really last. None of them do.
None of them.
None of them. Like,
So now you go into it thinking, okay, I could go find somebody new, or just be with the person I'm with. You leave with no one.
Schmiethan, by the way, says it's great. This is a great description. It's relationship transfer portal.
See, this is sports.
Hey, so they go in there and say, hey, hon, look, I think I'm gonna hit the transfer portal. It doesn't mean that I'm leaving.
Just gonna see
So
my
what
options.
I just want to see what my options are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Maybe
ridiculous. That's
same
having
thing.
one foot in, one
Hey,
foot out. Bye.
Hey, they might offer more NIL.
The old player option. Got a player
Oh, no,
option on
dude,
the
I'm telling you, anything that would suggest that you are willing to be with somebody else means you want to be with somebody else.
Oh, but listen.
It's the dumbest concept in the world.
Based on the results of the
Dumbest.
show, you're 100%,
Right.
100% spot on.
Like, first of all, you go, wait,
Mm.
you've been with somebody 3 years. If you see the slightest bit of happiness with somebody else,
Yeah.
that's it. You're bitter forever.
Agreed.
So even if you go back holding hands on the same plane, when y'all get back to wherever the hell y'all from, it ain't gonna go well.
Dolphin Dan says it's free to seek a trade. He's got permission to go negotiate his own trade.
What if your spouse comes up to you and says, "Hey, I got a plan. We're locked in.
No,
We've been together for a
So
while.
you're
No.
just doing it for attention?
no,
money. Isn't
no,
it? There's
because
no
I'm
do
telling.
that
Wait,
too.
let me
It's so
explain something to you.
fame.
Let me explain something to you.
Yeah. Something about
Think
a
about
kid.
this. You in a relationship.
Yep.
Y'all think your relationship is nothing to worry about,
Yeah.
right? Y'all see that this is a opportunity to make money.
Easy peasy.
So y'all go into it. That all lasts
Yep.
until somebody gives somebody else a lap dance.
Well, you know what?
No,
It was
don't.
hiding then.
Listen, no,
You know what
no.
they say, dude.
It's human nature, dude. It's human nature. Like, y'all think y'all cool. It don't mean you want to watch somebody rubbing up on your girl or giving your man the lap dance.
Well, that's when I got into the show. This guy, so apparently this artist, he's an alcoholic artist. He gives his fiance an ultimatum. So they split up. They're on this in their trial marriages. But the woman that he was with, who apparently I didn't see the good part, but apparently they had a nice start to their trial relationship.
Okay.
But then apparently this guy's a maniac. I mean, he is a maniac. He's an artist. You can't trust artists.
Can't trust them.
This guy's a maniac.
Take bananas.
And she just up and leaves one night with her fiance. Like, we're done. We're
Oh.
done. We're off the show. So
Yeah.
he's left alone.
Oh.
And then the fiance,
Yeah.
her and her guy,
Working out.
getting along pretty good. Probably the best out of anybody on the show.
Yeah.
This guy's having a meltdown.
No.
Told you.
Like he
It's
is
all
Yeah.
fun
He's
and
like-
games until you're single on that show.
he's like
Like-
knocking on because they live in the same apartment complex. Everybody's in the same complex. It's very strange.
So he could just walk out
like-
and see his girl.
No.
He's like, I forgot her name. Jessica.
Really? Hey, I told y'all, like, people
She's in another apartment.
think, we all think,
We're over here.
oh, we would be cool.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Look, man,
No.
you shouldn't be able to tempt the untemptable. Is that a word, right?
Yeah, I think
You-
you're in bounds.
You, hey,
2
you,
feet.
you went in the shallow water.
Okay. if no, all right, I don't care how long we've been together. If
No.
you can be tricked and duped by these losers,
Hey.
you shouldn't have been with
Hey.
me to begin
Hey,
with.
it has nothing to do with that, dude.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Right? I don't care how long you and your girl been dating. I don't care how cool y'all are.
Yeah.
If you see some other man snuggling up to her and treating her nice,
Jessica!
It's time for the 13th.
with you, 560 WQM. Leroy,
yes.
What were you pestering me about during the break, dude?
During the break, we got a call from Secaucus.
Yes,
What?
Yes.
And
Yes.
and they threw a flag.
There's been
Okay.
a flag.
So we're gonna have to call it. Gonna have to call it on you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sure.
Go ahead, Frog Boy.
Let's go ahead and review the footage
Mhm.
right now.
Yes, we're
This
gonna
has
show
been
the
sent
replay.
down to us right now. Here's the replay. Like
You know, I got it in the middle of the season, but what I gather is they go on a date. They all see who they all go on. Like,
you what? What? Wow, that's a good whistle.
no, there was no gathering.
Like,
And I wasn't trying to do my in the annoying middle of scenario. this.
yeah,
either.
no.
You know, I got it in the middle of the season, but what I gather is they go on a date. They all see who they like. They all go on. Like,
Wait, no. So he
I
said,
didn't even hear him say
he
what.
said what? And you thought he was talking about.
I thought you were talking about the
show.
show.
That's how you kept going.
I apologize.
But that's because he didn't go. We just gonna let him get away with that.
didn't know.
Either.
But then,
Hmm?
more importantly,
Yeah.
Jennifer
2 fouls on the play.
Mhm.
just made me aware of
Oh.
a Tyreek Hill tweet.
Yeah.
That you seem to
You were
have-
tagged on it.
Huh?
You were tagged on it.
That he said
If you ever open Twitter,
He tweets every day, Tobin.
he doesn't tweet every day. Actually,
know.
though he actually hasn't been tweeting that much, which
Say-
is kind of what went to my whole point of this.
he's got you.
Hmm?
Right where
That's
you
always his out, though.
Like,
But like that's. But do you understand? Like that's when you play in the playpen that he does, like that's always. Oh, I was just trolling. Like, you could always do that.
So you don't
why
think he
were
was
you
serious?
so pressed yesterday?
I'll tell you, JFig, because he had the worst game of his season. The Dolphins are out of the playoffs. The fan base is pissed, and he's kind of doing a little thing like, maybe I'll leave, which I get it. Trolls troll. But when your fan base is pressed up, like that goes to my point of, dude, all right, but that's not the time and place I would do this. Not this week. And
I
you guys
think-
are saying trolls are going to troll. I get your point. I really don't want, but my whole thing is you should have a little bit. This is not the week to do that. You do it in the middle of the off season, fine. But like Leroy,
But that's
that
the
performance they just put up,
definition.
that's stinker.
I can't
That's my whole point.
I can't disagree with it. But the only thing is when it happened, I laughed and I'm like, still trolling.
The cheetah's gonna, like you said, cheetahs don't change their spots, but you probably should change their spots for a week or put his spots on hold.
But that's the definition of a troll.
Yes.
They're going to do it right when you're at your lowest. They're
Right.
going to get you.
Right.
No.
Which is why this is the definition of insanity too. Because
See, like, when you
expect a
guys-
different
but
result
JFig,
every
when you
time.
can-
It's not going to happen.
Jimmy trolls and
But Jimmy's not doing it at the lowest moment. And like Jimmy's going out there, he puts the Suns colors on. First of all, it's two things. One, he's not saying things like I want to leave. What he's doing there is he's making fun of the reports. Like he's
Right.
like his agent had a tirade on Twitter the day beforehand. You're gonna have fun with that.
semantics.
You know, and it's also a
This
fake. It's also a fake conspiracy theory made up by a Twitter account named Emo Jimmy. Like
Great name.
that's legitimately like that's funny. When you are saying like time for me to go, and like it's either you could either be a rat and be like, oh, I was just saying time for me to go coach, like literally, because there's no comma there. Even though I don't know if like he's the best with punctuation, but everybody's taking what.
No one uses proper
It's Twitter.
punctuation.
That's
yeah.
why nobody thought he legitimately wanted to go coach. That's why everybody thought it saying it's time for me to go coach. You know,
Oh, so
TVP.
it could also be that you're reading it wrong.
Well, it would be that. It's except the way he reacted saying, got y'all. I don't think I did read it wrong.
Oh.
I think he got the reaction he wanted, which is fine.
Which is perfect.
He got his impression numbers up. Wish he would get his receiving numbers up, but good for him. A lot of people read your tweet,
Wait,
dude.
And
Nice
wait,
numbers.
can I
why
just
not?
say,
That's great.
here's the greatest thing about this man, my friend.
You're fine.
During the holidays, right?
Hmm?
He will go scorched earth on a human being rather than say he was wrong. So this whole
I'm not
situation,
wrong, though.
wait. This whole
My opinion doesn't
situation,
change.
this whole situation, and the way he handled it
Mhm.
before now he's attacking Tyreek.
Went from 2,000 yards to 2,000 retweets. Congratulations.
See, There you go.
I want you to be clipping this.
No, seriously though.
No.
Oh, great. It's like we got our priorities in line. That's great.
Wait, but can I? Here. I'd say the same thing that, like, you think these guys aren't trying to win? You think they don't want to win? But I would say to you this, that after the game is over, right? Move on. Like, what can you do at that point? It's not that you didn't try.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't play your best game, but it's not that you wanted to suck.
Totally fine. But is that if you tweet something like that, even if you're just joking, like, is the time to tweet that when you should just be moving on, or should we go in the pool of maybe it's time for me to go? Like, even if it's a joke, like, is that the time?
Here's the great thing about the internet and social media. Everybody reacted to the words without even having any idea what. Maybe he was responding to something that somebody said or the way people were talking, and he said, you know what, time for me to go, coach. Right? Maybe he was just saying that just to troll the people that say he's lost a step or whatever. Right? You have no idea. But for people to react and then tell me what he meant, it's even more laughable.
I don't care.
That's
really
the true act of a troll right there.
Great.
He's got you talking about something he didn't even mean.
Great. Good for him.
So what if he was just
I'm happy
saying,
for him. I'm happy he got his
what if he
impression.
was saying everybody was trashing him, everybody was saying all this stuff, and he goes, time for me to go, coach. As in, may you guys think I'm not good enough anymore, I might as well just go, coach.
Then buck up, dude, being a pouty pants about it? You're supposed to be the cheetah. Oh, you're soaking in your woes all of a sudden? You're supposed to be the cheetah.
What the hell?
Fastest man alive, #1 player in the NFL. Oh,
Wait,
what is it, dude?
what the hell is wrong with you?
Get over it already. You're supposed to be
Like
out
you
there.
did.
Hey, you guys are the one who brought it up. I wasn't going to bring it up again.
It's always
TMP, that's all I'm saying.
okay. Mhm.
What are you doing over there? I don't like that he's touching buttons over there.
Because
There's someone in the room.
oh no, there's
No,
good.
I'm not just randomly just touching buttons and stuff. I'm attempting to contact Cheetah to see if he's still listening and could potentially call in to refute your statements against him.
What are my statements against him?
You think
more worried about impressions than yards?
you think that just because he put out a little tweet that is normal, Tyreek. Normally, you'd be like, "Oh, this is so funny, Tyreek. I love it."
Yes.
But
It wasn't funny.
Now it's time and place.
Yeah, 25 years of no winning playoff games. You should know when to make your jokey jokes.
Well, I guess we know what time we're starting meetings next year.
Yeah, I
right?
guess we do.
This should be pretty good. Can't wait.
I
for
guess
that.
we do.
Yeah, I kind of do wish he did have a better season before he's out here running. I mean, and from the beginning, remember the whole arrest situation? I know that wasn't his fault necessarily, but it's kind of like it's been a lot of off the field, not a lot of on the field.
Yeah. And I'm not even like, I don't think Cheetah's washed. I'm not one of these people who thinks that he's lost a step. Obviously, I know that he's playing hurt, but I think as a leader, a star of the team, your fan base is a little on edge right now. I wouldn't tweet that. That would just be me. But he's the Cheetah. He's going to do the
Sometimes-
Cheetah things.
Sometimes you ever had a situation and it's so bad and like you just laugh. It's
Yeah.
like,
But sometimes it goes over like a fart in church.
as long as nobody knows who did it.
Take a break. Back after this.
We
figures.
What?
What?
Wow. Good for these kids, man.
No way.
Jeez.
I do. I think we're getting to the point. I told you this before. The only thing I have a problem with is the fact that if you sign these NIL deals, your ass better play in that bowl game.
Well, Cam hasn't wavered.
That's the way. That's the way the real. But in all honesty, that's the way the real world works, right?
I would agree, but I think that you should get an automatic endorsement with that product. So Cam Ward should get Pop-Tarts for life.
Ooh.
Or Kellogg. Who makes it? Kellogg's?
Kellogg.
Yeah.
Is it Kellogg? Yeah.
They make Wheaties?
Who they make Wheaties?
No. Kellogg's doesn't do Wheaties.
Is that
General Mills?
Yeah.
They make Wheaties.
Yeah.
What's the most athletic cereal?
Okay.
I feel like that went away.
Remember, what was it? Used to be on the cover of Frosted Flakes or Cornflakes, right? The Cornflakes box. Was it
Wheaties.
Box? Wheaties box?
Wheaties was always the thing.
Wheaties.
I don't think anybody looks at cereal as like the healthy breakfast anymore.
Special K.
No.
That's Special K for the
you.
old.
Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing better than a nice bowl of Fruit Loops.
Nah.
I love cereal.
Or Apple
Jacks,
which is the same.
Nah.
Apple Jacks and Fruit Loops is the same damn thing.
They taste different.
They do
There's
taste
a slight
They taste a
difference.
little different.
One Apple Jacks is cinnamon.
What?
Yeah.
Apple cinnamon.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does have cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I've told you
dude,
guys the best
Are
cereal,
you
though.
questioning me
Wow.
when it comes to food?
I mean, you did bring me breakfast this morning, so I'm very
Oh,
appreciative.
you had the Einstein thing?
Yeah.
Wasn't it good?
Oh,
So good.
was it good? I never knew I liked jalapeno spread.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you lucky I didn't bring the jalapeno roll.
Ooh.
Do a show. It's
I've seen you eat it.
yeah, I know, but it like I
It's
don't
a gamble for you.
Yeah,
You
you
don't want to
can't
get stuck in that
I can't
95
bring
traffic.
I can't bring that to everybody because everybody's stomach not made of iron like mine.
All right. Well, I guess the Canes are going to have to go poach somebody. I don't know.
Hey,
I guess we could trust Emory Williams. I feel bad.
What?
He did show the guts. He
showed guts, but
Hey.
I need a guy who's proven.
hey, it is pretty amazing that college football has now taken the same path as the NFL, and that if you don't have a quarterback, you can't win.
Right.
Hell, I won a Rose Bowl without a quarterback.
Crazy. You guys drafted or you guys recruited a flag football player.
We had a guy on our team. When he came in, they say he threw 70 touchdowns his senior year. We're like, oh, and keep in mind, this is sight unseen. We don't know this guy, right? He shows up. He's 5'9". He threw his first pass, and we were like, the hell league did you play in?
California Penal.
No, he played 7-man football. Was he 7 or 8-man? How they do it in Texas? They only do that in Texas.
Did they do flag back then? That's what that was? Or
No,
was it touch?
it was tackle.
It was
in certain parts of Texas.
It was
Yeah.
legitimately tackle
Yeah.
7-on-7.
Yes, like
I didn't know that was a thing.
They did like
Man, Texas.
pull it up. It's like 7-man tackle football in Texas.
Oh, I
It's
didn't know.
7-man or 8-man.
When you kept always telling me the story, I always thought it was a flag league.
No,
Yeah.
no,
It's they have Texas State on 7-on-7 organization football
No.
tournaments.
I feel like Texas would
level.
be so against
No.
that. I guess they love football so much they'll do all kinds of football.
7-on-7. Yeah.
So it was crazy, right? But yeah, he never played. We had one quarterback, right? Demetrius Brown. He lives down here. He's in a band. He cared about that guitar more than playing quarterback. But he had a cannon. He could throw the hell out of it.
Piss whistle.
Oh yeah. Problem was, everybody got ready. Throw that thing to anybody. I was
Live ball.
hey, the most trouble
Hmm?
I ever got in with Bo Schembechler. Tell
Ah.
you this story again. So we played Michigan State. Demetrius Brown was our quarterback. He had 7 interceptions and 4 completions. So we lost. Like, you can look it up. 1987, something like that.
Which team?
Huh?
Michigan State.
Michigan State. 7 interceptions. So we get in the meeting room and we still only lost like 17-11, something crazy. So we get to the meeting on.
There it is.
We get to the meeting on Sunday, and Bo gets up, and you know how coaches, they try to be serious as hell, but they're not. So he says, Demetrius, in case you were wondering, we were wearing the white yesterday. And he said that, and I was like, so everybody's looking at me in the back going,
Please show
He
me.
goes, Horde, you think that's funny? I'm like, yeah. And everybody's in the back going, no.
And what year is this for you?
Huh?
Is this freshman year?
No, sophomore year.
Okay.
Right. I just started playing. So let's just say that didn't go well. But I'm like, what was I supposed to do? You don't want me to laugh. Don't tell jokes. You know what you were doing.
Oh man.
But there it is, right? 7 interceptions.
I found the score. I can't get a box score on it. I have to
4 completions, 7 interceptions. I'm like, hey, I mean, at any point in time, you could have stopped throwing that
Did
thing.
they pull him?
No, we didn't have anybody else. I don't know what happened. I literally didn't, because here's the deal. The game was always close. So even with him turning the ball over, the game never got out of hand.
That's wild.
They went to the Rose Bowl that year. You know who's on that team?
Hmm?
Andre Rison, Percy Snow, Lorenzo White, who lives here. Lorenzo White's from Florida. They had a good team. They went to the Rose Bowl that year. Won the Big Ten championship. But that was back when we didn't have a championship. And so the way they determined who played in the Rose Bowl, so even if it was a tie, the team who hadn't been to the Rose Bowl, the most recent, got to go.
I got a headline in the LA Times. Big Ten roundup. Michigan State stops Michigan cold 17-11 on 7 interceptions.
Yes! You thought I was kidding. No, this was real football.
Demetrius Brown threw 7 interceptions to establish a Michigan record for most interceptions in a game.
And guess what? It still stands. You know why? Because no quarterback would last that long. We had no quarterback.
Bo Schembechler told the media, quote, I was disappointed. We took ourselves out of the game. Historically, we have not been a mistake team. They deserve to win.
7 interceptions, and you only lose by 6 points.
Sheesh.
Think about how miserable that game was.
Defense was hated him.
Oh, defense. Offense. But the thing is that we didn't have, understand this, we ran a wishbone. We didn't have a wide open offense. I could understand if he was throwing it 40 times. He had 3 more interceptions than completions. That's it. To this day, I will never forget that for no other reason other than every time he threw the ball, I think everybody looked to the sideline and say, Bo, we still running with him?
Anybody? Wildcat? Take a break. Speaking of QBs, Tua, giving some thoughts on where the team's at right now. We'll hear from QB1 coming on up. Back after this.
It's time for the 13th.
Leroy, can we get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm? Your accidentattorneys.com. Free call stations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Over here at the window flex. Look outside. It is partly cloudy. Winds coming out of. It's like they're coming out of the south, which is that's usually where the humidity comes from. But it's been a little bit cooler. So
that afternoon golf today?
no. There's not enough time. So by the time I get home,
It's about a little 9-hole.
no, I'm not. No, no, I'm not old enough for that. I would guess it's going to get cooler this weekend, so I would still look out for the passing shower. The winds are barely blowing. I'd say 5 miles an hour. Look, the clouds aren't moving,
I see that.
so it's going to be. I'm still going to guess it's coming out of the east. Though I wish I could see a plane. I'm stalling, can't you tell? And I would say right now it's right about 80 degrees.
Playoff, man.
Oh no!
She hates sunlight, dude.
I know.
It's very bright in here.
By the way, it's supposed to be a low of 53 tomorrow.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, it's going to get pretty chilly.
I'll be at home.
Oh, man. So, Tua spoke to the media yesterday. Still adorable. Even, where they're at right now.
He's still holding out hope because he mentioned, team's not packing it up.
Yeah, they're not packing it up. But he was asked about the 3 interceptions. And he said, no excuse for him and Tyreek Hill not to be on the same page. Here's Tua.
That's just it. It's just letting the guys know that, this is why we weren't as successful as we were in these past games. Me and Tyreek being on the same page, us not being on the same page, that's something that we take accountability for. But there's no excuses as to why that had happened and why it kept reoccurring. That's no excuses for that, and that shouldn't be. That's not the ball that we play here, and so that's not going to happen again. We got to move forward from that, and it's a new challenge that we have.
All right, but I'm going to hold you to that, though, Tua. You can say it's not going to happen again. Promise is a promise. It's hard to stay mad at his face. I just don't want to pinch his cheeks.
Honestly, I'm not really mad at him. I don't really blame. Of course, he missed those 4 games, but fine. He had 3 picks. He's had 2 bad games this year. And he missed 4 too.
Really bad games.
But he's been so mobile. Have you seen him?
So you're only being happy with him because he's getting the over on your parlays?
It's like he's like the new Michael.
I don't like how all your sports opinions have come down to gambling. Like, you really have a problem.
Tua McNabb.
No, you seriously, that's the only reason you either like or dislike a player.
Yep.
It's strictly if you can bet on them.
Well, I can't bet on Drew Smith now, so there is a little bit of factual information behind that. Maybe I'd be a little bit nicer to him if I could. But no, man, I have takes outside of that. Like,
do you
remember that one time I said that?
You hate Klay Thompson, but now I'm pretty sure it's because he blew some parlay for you.
Oh,
I'm sure there was some chili pepper.
No.
Could you imagine if we get traded? Like, I don't want Jimmy Butler to leave. I would never. But could you imagine if we traded to the Mavericks and get Klay Thompson?
Oh, I'm done.
Like, that's gonna be the. Are you? What do you mean you're done? You're not gonna be a Heat fan?
No, I'm cooked. I'm done. The entire NBA family will gang up against me like the NHL's doing.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If we trade for Klay Thompson, media day next year, I'm having a sit down with him and Bam at the same time with you there.
So wait, here's the problem.
I'm sick that day. I can already tell.
No, you don't have to be sick.
Why?
You got to do what Tobin did. Start talking about something that takes us away from.
You're right. Time and place. TMP.
Nothing will have any of us forget.
What I'll do is I'll just be like, "This is your biggest fan, Klay," and then you have to kiss his ass, and then you'll be ashamed of yourself.
If I lose a bet from now until then, that'll be what I have.
We'll have a shirt for him that says "I love Klay."
Captain Klay. When did they start calling him that?
They call him that now?
Apparently. They gave out Captain Clay. Like, they gave out captain's hats. Is that because he has a boat?
Because he's a loser on a boat.
What?
Yeah, you ever seen anybody else on that boat? Dude, I'm telling you. Loser, man. He used to take the boat to work. Like, oh, look at me. Ahoy. I hate that.
Ahoy.
I hate him. Worst.
Oh, man. Tua You want to hear his response to Tyreek Hill's tweet?
Did he say Tyreek?
I'm just saying, this was it. That's just Tyreek being Tyreek.
Here's Tua.
I'm sure you've been made aware of Tyreek's tweet. He said, it's time for me to go, coach. We're not sure if there was a comma there or not. What do you think he means by that? Have you seen him? What interactions?
Well, what is it? What does it say?
It's time for me to go, coach, with no comma. Some might think it means it's time for me to go, coach.
I have no idea. I don't want to speculate on what Tyreek tweets or what he does. I mean, you guys should probably know better than me. Tyreek embraces all of that. So, I mean, he loves that. So, if you guys give him a foot, I mean, he's gonna take 10 feet, man.
Never heard anybody say that. Give him a foot, take 10 feet.
I don't think that.
I think it's
He took some liberties with it. But
that's not what
basically,
people say
I
to him.
don't think so.
Wait, so
You give him a
we have dipped to the point of now we listening to pressers going,
That's not what people say.
like
You know what they say, guys.
Yeah.
You know what they say.
listen, first of all,
Should
Tua's probably not saying Gaither either.
Can I just say though? That's fair. But you also called him DeMar DeMosin yesterday.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did, dude.
Okay.
But like, should we know Tyreek better than Tua knows Tyreek? Should he know Tyreek better than we know Tyreek?
Yeah, he knows he's a troll. And you guys still fall for
This
it.
guy's
who was the
sitting
one
in.
laughing during this audio?
Probably Tyreek. Right.
Real mature,
Like,
Cheetah.
like you can't call somebody a troll and then say time and place. The whole definition of a troll is they don't know time and place.
No, it's that they know
They
and will choose to do
anyway,
otherwise.
right.
Sure, I'm sure it makes his quarterback realize, hey, you've taken some liberties with these routes lately, Tyreek. It's like, sorry, man, I gotta get these tweets off. He goes, you know what I want. Maybe Tyreek is in protest right now because he goes, there's just not enough bombs. You guys aren't throwing me bombs anymore. I'm done running routes.
No,
Doing a lot of blocking.
that's an easy place to go, though. That's the whole point. Defenses know, right, that there's certain receivers in the NFL that if you do that to them in the first half, you won't even have to worry about them in the second half.
They'll fold up shop.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes defenses start games that way in hopes that an offensive player would do exactly what you're saying.
There is an article right now that's on ESPN that I'm delighted by, which is worst mistakes by franchises over the last 5 years.
You ain't gotta.
They rank every team, and then they rank them in order of worst mistakes over the last 5 years.
Let me guess number one. Cleveland Browns.
Yup. Oof. Cleveland Browns signing Deshaun Watson is number one.
Oof.
I could see the Browns saying pulling a Tobin right now.
What?
Our hearts were in the right place.
I mean, it was.
It was in the right place, I guess. Yeah. Browns number one. Number two.
That's interesting.
Broncos trading for Russell Wilson.
See, I don't agree with that one.
Really?
I don't agree with that one.
I don't agree with that as
Because
two.
there's a difference
Yeah.
in a guy who doesn't work out on your team but
Yeah.
goes on to play meaningful football
Yeah.
than a guy who's just no good.
Aaron Rodgers is what he's talking about, essentially. The Jets.
Number three.
Oh, no.
Yes, he should be number two.
He should be
two. He should be two. He should be. Wait,
He should be two.
because
for sure.
Aaron Rodgers has not played any meaningful football for the Jets.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson has gone on in that same time period and now is the quarterback for a
But not
team.
for the Broncos.
Not for the Broncos.
Not for the Broncos.
So you saying for them. But it just didn't work out. It wasn't that he couldn't play. The other two, 1 and 3, signed guys who couldn't play.
Number four.
Oh, let me guess. Falcons.
Ooh, no.
Damn.
The San Francisco 49ers
Also
Trading up to get
trading
Trey
3
Lance.
first-round picks to get Trey Lance.
Oh,
Yep.
Gross.
And they played in 2 Super Bowls since, or 2 NFC championships in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Since that. So, yeah, it was a terrible trade, but it didn't hurt him.
Number 5.
All right, let's see.
Let me give you the division.
Yeah.
NFC South.
Oh, I was gonna say something about the
Wait,
Saints.
NFC South, NFC South, NFC South.
Terrible.
Oh, it's got to be.
Oh, Bryce Young.
Carolina Panthers trading DJ Moore and multiple first-round picks to the Bears to move up and draft Bryce Young.
That's right.
When they could have just taken C.J. Stroud or
the Bears did nothing with that.
Number 6. These are worst decisions over the last 5 years by each franchise ranked by ESPN.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Extending Trevor Lawrence.
Urban Meyer.
Boom.
Gotta be Urban Meyer, dude.
So wait.
Gotta be Urban
Your
Meyer.
organization is so bad. You couldn't even make it about the play on the field. Woo!
Just in general.
Just in general.
It really
Side
just
job.
left like a dirty stain on the franchise that was already
No,
struggling.
it didn't.
Of course it did.
It did, but
They were
no.
slightly
You know why it didn't
respectable.
leave a dirty stain on the franchise?
Blake Bortles left it before then.
No, because it's Jacksonville. What do you expect from Jacksonville?
They were
Like,
competitive.
and when they went to the Super Bowl and they were expansion team and everything else, you thought so much differently of that franchise than you do now. Right now, you think of a franchise like Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So, like, what could they possibly do to make what you already think of them any worse?
I like this though. I like this.
You like this list?
Yeah, I
It's
like
a good
it.
list. It's a good list. It's a
It's
good list.
It's a good list.
Number 7, Houston Texans.
Mhm.
Biggest mistake.
Trading all those picks for Laramie Tunsil?
No.
No.
I don't actually think
No.
it's more than 5 years now.
Oh, wait.
It's got to also. Be
I think
Deshaun
this is
Watson.
too high on the list. I think it's.
high.
I don't think you guys will guess it.
Is it Deshaun Watson again?
No. it
No?
Can't be.
Hold
Nope.
on. Can we get a
Think
is
of their other best player over the last 5 years. That's not
JJ
Deshaun Watson.
Watt?
No.
no?
He retired 5 years ago. How long? When's the last time JJ Watt played for the Texans?
Was it
He was a Cardinal.
their other best player?
Gross.
Receiver.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Trading DeAndre Hopkins to the Cardinals. I think this is a little too high on the list.
I do think it was a mistake, but I do think it's high on the
Well,
list.
because keep in mind, at the time, they were going down, because Deshaun Watson's situation and whatever.
That's why I'm saying it's not that it's their worst mistake, but I just think it's high.
It's
for the
high.
list.
It's not.
It's high.
It's
for the
high
list.
on the list. Yeah.
That's true.
Number 8, Atlanta Falcons. We already said that.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. That's where that fella. Kirk Cousins getting 4 years, 180 million.
Is
100
it
million
possible the
guaranteed.
Browns could be on there twice, but you can only be on there once?
You can only
But
be on there once.
yeah, because I could.
Number 9, the Patriots.
Letting Tom Brady go?
No, that was more than 5 years ago.
Oh, was it? No, was it?
Yeah, 2019.
Okay.
Could holding
That's
on
that's
to
not.
Bill Belichick.
That's
Oh,
more.
yeah.
Than, that's right. That's right under 5 years.
Well, it wasn't that.
Mac Jones.
No.
Oh, McCorkle wasn't it?
Letting Bill Belichick go.
Maybe holding on to him too long.
I would have thought that too. I
Uh,
don't know if I necessarily. He puts hiring Matt Patricia and
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Judge as lead architects of the offense in 2022.
So
Oh yeah.
what was that?
Wait, but you. That's crazy.
What was that?
With all the things they've been through,
Yeah.
they're not putting any of that on the players.
No,
All right.
no.
And I think Tom Brady is definitely on there. Should be on there because
Let's
that's less than 5 years.
Nah.
You guys want to keep going on the list, or you want to go to the Dolphins?
No, let's go. I like the list.
You like the
Yeah,
list?
I kinda
Okay, you
like
like
the
the
list.
list. He likes the list.
I
ladies
don't
and
like the
gentlemen.
list. It's a good list.
10, swapping out AJ Brown for Traylon Burks in a trade with the Eagles. Yeah, letting AJ Brown go for the Titans.
Who's that?
The Titans.
Titans.
Who's
Traylon, exactly.
No, who is it? Who is it?
Who is he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is he an offensive lineman?
What's his name?
Traylon Burks. He's a wide receiver.
Oh, of course. Who can forget
wide
all
receiver.
Traylon Burks?
Drafted in the first round of 2022.
What?
His numbers this year:
Yeah.
5 catches.
4 catches, 34 yards.
Oof.
Yeah, that probably should be higher on the list.
Oof.
Yeah. That's
You give rid of AJ Brown for 4 catches?
Yeesh.
Oof.
He had that yesterday.
Number 11, Chicago Bears.
Where do we start?
This is the one he's picking, huh? All right. It's surprising, but give me the ones you would think it was.
I would go with Fields. Something to do with Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Signing Matt Eberflus.
I would say, you know what? And this is not, I get why they did it, but I would say getting rid of Justin Fields and then drafting a quarterback first without taking care of all the stuff around it because now Caleb Williams is doing the same stuff Justin Fields did.
This is their pick.
Go.
Trading a second rounder for Chase Claypool.
They did that?
Sign a bunch of teams up for that.
Oh,
but that is nothing compared to
what they've done.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Dude.
They got off easy. They would probably be higher up on the list too.
Man, let's see. Seattle. Oof. I don't think this would be higher than the Claypool one. Seattle.
What
Trading Russell Wilson.
No.
No.
No. Not trading Russell Wilson.
It
is a trade.
Yeah.
I'll overpaid. Overpayment on a trade.
Overpaid. I don't even know too many people.
You'll remember. Once I say it, it'll spark your head.
No, go.
2 first rounders for Jamal Adams.
What?
Oh, that's right. The safety from the Jets.
Yep.
That's crazy.
He don't even play no more.
2 first rounders?
He doesn't even play anymore.
Mm-mm.
And they still, the Jets still.
Not even 30 yet.
He's plays for the Lions.
By the way, he plays for the Lions?
Yeah.
Wait, how about, he just signed with them, didn't he? Because he was out.
He's
free agent.
4 days ago,
right?
The Lions elevated him from
the practice squad. Right.
Yeah.
So wait,
2 first rounders for him.
So the Jets got 2 first rounders.
Yep.
And
this is where they are.
Did they give any up for Aaron Rodgers?
I don't remember.
Because that might be they're already on the list. So
all right. Number 13 is the Rams signing Allen Robinson to a 3-year deal. That's not that bad.
That's not that bad. No.
14, the Raiders.
Where do we start?
Surprised they're this high on this low on the list. 14, I would feel like
trading Derek Carr.
No.
Thinking Gardner Minshew could be the savior.
Oh, this was just at the cusp of 5 years, so I'm not sure.
Signing Christian Wilkins.
John Gruden.
No.
Oh, no.
Signing Christian Wilkins to $100 million.
Antonio Brown.
They must be counting 20. It must be 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Those are busy years. So 19 they're not doing.
Okay.
So what is it?
Hiring Josh McDaniels as their head coach.
Oh,
2022.
Not good. Not good. Never been good as head coach.
Can I just say?
How does he keep getting jobs?
No. Oh, they gave Josh McDaniel all that money, right? No, who'd they give all the money
They
to?
gave all the money to John Gruden.
Just now, and he's already gone.
No. They gave all the money to John Gruden, and then he got caught in the email scandal. Then he got fired. Then they hired Josh McDaniels.
Wow. So they've hired 2 dudes.
They hire a lot of coaches.
They do, and give a lot of money up. Probably should get some more of that money on the field.
$60 million they gave Josh McDaniels.
Cardinals extending Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Keim to contract extensions.
Okay, that's not on the field.
And then finally, number 16.
I'm surprised with that.
Letting Christian Wilkins go.
The Miami Dolphins.
Letting Christian Wilkins go.
No, it can't be.
Can't
be.
Nothing we've heard on the list so far. Nothing.
Not re-signing Robert Hunt.
No.
Has
nothing to do with signing or keeping anybody.
Ooh, biggest mistake.
Nor losing anybody.
Oh.
So I feel like
it has nothing to do with signing.
Mm-hmm.
Signing, who's the coach before it? Oh, firing Brian Flores.
No.
Meeting with Tom Brady on a boat. That's the one.
That's what they put as the biggest mistake.
Didn't it cost us a pick as well?
Tampering. This is what they say. The Dolphins' biggest mistake over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Tampering with Tom Brady and Sean Payton 2019 through 2022.
Son of a gun.
And they write, there are some gray areas the NFL seems to be willing to tolerate when it comes to its rule book. It's remarkable to see how many free agent contracts teams are able to negotiate in the opening hours of the legal tampering period, a phrase which doesn't make any sense in any other context.
Because the contracts are signed 1 minute into the tampering period.
Teams might have conversations with agents about whether players are happy in their current location or if they would be interested in a potential trade. Attempting to make offers on players and coaches who are under contract with other teams, however, cross the line for the NFL. Dolphins ownership, according to NFL sanctions, repeatedly tried to negotiate deals with Tom Brady while he was under contract with the Patriots and Buccaneers, and simultaneously tried to negotiate a deal with Sean Payton to join its organization as head coach. Sometimes when these deals are completed, there's just a subsequent grievance. Teams are able to hammer out a deal. The Jets, for example, got a first-round pick from the Patriots as a primary return for Bill Belichick, when he resigned as the coach of New York.
For
the
one
Dolphins
day.
didn't even land Tom Brady or Sean Payton. They were fined $2 million and stripped of a first and third round pick in the 2023-2024 drafts, respectively. Do you agree that is the biggest mistake for the Dolphins over the last 5 years?
No.
I don't agree either.
No.
Oh.
Because
I don't agree either.
Because I would say it's either Christian Wilkins or not re-signing Van Ginkel.
Christian Wilkins? You think both of those? There's so many things that have happened.
Either.
In 5 years?
In 5 years?
I'd be curious. We got to take a break. Give me your biggest. Do you agree that the ESPN has declared the Dolphins' biggest mistake over the last 5 years? Now, is their mistake? What do you? So is Bill Barnwell, who wrote this article, is his mistake that they actually didn't land them, or that they even tried? Because I feel like if they didn't even land them,
they tried and got in
they
trouble.
tried, failed, and got in trouble.
Because if they would have landed them and they would have had success, it would have been worth the picks.
Yep.
But the fact that they lost picks, so basically you didn't end up with the guy.
Yep.
And you lost picks.
Tom Brady had to play an extra year with Tampa. He didn't want to play. Sean Payton would have been here instead of Mike McDaniel.
Yep.
Still would have the Flores thing to deal with, and that's why they fired Brian Flores. By the way, they thought they were getting Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Really?
And
yeah, that's at the time.
Yep.
And then Brian Flores is like, oh yeah,
yep.
Lawsuit, boom, cheaters.
Yeah.
How did that work out? Because he's still
I think he's still suing.
Yeah, lawsuits take a long time.
Lawsuits do take a long time.
Yeah.
Well,
Lawyers like to rack up hours.
You know how it is.
I think lawsuits could be done like in technology these days. Let's be real about it. With AI. How fast could these? I don't mean to demean lawyers, but like, how fast could these things be? Yeah, how fast could these things really be done these days? I
This
don't
would
like
be a 30-minute Zoom for sure. This is for sure, definitely.
305-567-0560 if you got a bigger mistake over the last 5 years for the Miami Dolphins. Take a break. Back after this.
WQAM.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. We take you up until 2 here on the program. How would you expect one to laugh if they lived in the dungeon?
Okay. Either way, it's a compliment. Thank you very much.
Because
like a witch?
Because it's a successful show or movie or play. What do you go by Wicked now?
No.
I don't know. My wife and Rebecca went to see Wicked.
Why are you out of breath?
They lost me, huh?
Why are you out of breath?
I don't know.
He was hustling.
I don't know why. Why am I out of breath? I'm like, you sucked the life out of me yesterday. Just like,
and you're still catching up on your breath.
I'm not going to take blame for 2 days of you being exhausted.
Leroy, you got to get in shape, dude. We're 2 weeks away from the Olympics.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. It was you were insufferable.
What? You're insufferable.
The guy who has more antics than a little bit is telling somebody else who also has a lot of antics time and place. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Is it?
You telling somebody time and place.
I think if anybody was to know the time and place, it would be a fellow shenanigans maker.
Okay, Babushka.
Yeah, and you wanted me to do that in front of him. Do my parody of his mother in front of him. Okay. You thought that was the right time and place for somebody I have to interact with.
No.
It would have made his day.
I don't think it would have.
It would have made him.
I think it would have ended at the end of a 6'11" Serbian punch.
Oh man, I cannot help you.
What did
That's
you just say?
great content, by the way.
Is it?
That is good.
Getting assaulted by the Heat's power forward?
Wait.
That's good.
So
that's an honor.
Hold on.
That's going.
Hold
viral.
on. No. You guys missed this.
Mm-hmm.
So after insulting him, right? And please tell us what he would say, because then you just went off on him and used his accent.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know what happened the last time you did that with the Struts, right?
I don't know.
They silenced everybody in a quiet poker room cussing.
The Serbians and Slovenians are much more fun than the British. They just live life better.
Oh, Nico, no punch me.
Nico, sticks and stones may break bones, but funny content is funny content. Now, Spo, when ankle heal, please play in front of Kevin Love. He's too old. Don't be afraid to have Khalil take a whirl around the block.
Oh,
I just don't understand. At some point, like I thought before this season started, we thought with how they were going with the draft and how things would come, that they were going to make some kind of commitment to the younger guys, right? It seemed that way.
I don't know.
You had Jaime, you had Nico, you bring Khalil. You could just go with them at some point during the game. Nope.
Jay, how are you, Jay?
How y'all doing today, man?
I'm good, buddy. You got a worse moment for the Dolphins over the last 5 years? ESPN said it was tampering.
Yeah, it was Flo's stubbornness to play the game.
Who?
That's what I mean by that. Flo.
Flo. Okay.
Yeah. His stubbornness to play the game, because before that year, Stephen Ross had the press conference, which he said, we're going to tear everything down and we're going to build it back up. I think Flo knew when they interviewed him, there's no way he didn't know they wanted him to lose games that year. So I felt like if he would have lost all those games, we would have had Joe Burrow. And then I feel like if Stephen Ross offered me a couple of $1,000 to lose some games, I'm just saying, like,
you would have tanked like a champ.
Can I add a different perspective to this?
Yeah.
There's not very many black coaches.
Yeah, but
hold on. Let me finish. You're a black coach that gets an opportunity. You are already under a microscope as being a minority coach. And I don't care what your owner tells you, but if you go out there and lose, are people going to have the same patience with you as they would with somebody else? So you can't risk that as a coach and a person that wants to have this opportunity again. There's no way you can go out there and purposely lose, because you're going to always be associated with that record.
Go ahead, Jay.
And I totally agree with that. But the pushback I'm going to have is one thing that this owner has shown is patience. And at the top of the thing, you also have a black GM who everybody want to fire, but this owner has showed patience to keep this guy on.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing about Ross, race, no matter gender, none of that ever matters because he don't hire women, black people, Hispanic, it don't matter. That guy don't look at race. So I think he would have had patience with Flo. I think they liked Flo. I think Flo was a great coach. I just think Flo didn't want to work with people. Flo had his own thing that he wanted to do, basically. And I think that's what made everything tear down. So I believe if Flo was more of working with everybody, and they said that when he got fired, he just didn't want to work with people. He wanted to do his own thing, hiring his own people. He kind of got that Belichick thing. Those guys want to hire their guys. They don't want to hire outside. They don't want to do that. So I feel like if Flo would have worked better with it, I just think everything would have. He was a great coach, and I just think that if he would have just played ball and did more, I think Ross would have been more than patient with him. That's just what I think.
Thank you, Jay.
I can't tell him he's wrong, but I will say
they did do that with his record, by the way, when he got fired.
Right.
They threw it right on that press release.
Right. What I would say to him is this. You can't leave your fortune or what happens to you in the future on somebody else. Like, you can't play the game and say, I hope they play with me. You can't do that. Because just like you said, what was the first words in the statement was his record.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't being very patient.
He also shouldn't have played. If he wanted to tank properly, he should have just put Josh Rosen out there, not Ryan Fitzpatrick.
But so yeah, I and I'm not. They say the tampering, but yeah, I guess I would think there's some other decisions that were made then.
Let's hear. Let's see if somebody else has got something else. Ross, what do you got, buddy? What do you think is the biggest mistake the Dolphins have made over the last 5 years?
Hey, guys. I think it was this past offseason when we re-upped with the shorthanded shortstop and Spicoli. We extended Spicoli. And, really, if you look at it, why didn't we just utilize one of those franchise tags or something and let him play it out for a fifth year? Because do you not think that we could probably get him at a better bargain after this season, after the way things have played out? The market's the market. Well, I'd like to see those, and I didn't see the rush in giving Tyreek a whole bunch more money. I mean, just the move, the finances we gave this offseason when this team is solely focused on its identity being offense, and it doesn't appear that our coach has a second pitch, a slider or a curveball or anything to go to. Once they've identified what a way to beat us, then this is it. And I mean, we're
Matt
locked
Lindstrom.
in.
Remember that Matt Lindstrom on the Marlins?
There you go. And I just feel like there's nothing. It's kind of depressing now because we're locked into all these guys. And to the previous caller, I think he is patient. So I don't think anything's going to change. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents, guys. Appreciate y'all.
There you go, Ross.
Bye-bye.
See you, man.
He sounds like as soon as he hang up, he gonna go talk to Paul Feinbaum, right?
Schmeethans.
Pow!
This guy sounds like he's at Tobin's family reunion.
Yeah. So
made some good points.
He genuinely think like I go to a hoedown, like there's moonshine and somebody playing on a washboard.
He's right, but here's what happens in these situations. You don't want what happened to Christian Wilkins to happen again. So sometimes you got to pay guys before it gets to that point.
Well,
and he's a starting quarterback. And a starting quarterback is a starting quarterback.
The only thing you could look to this season is to Tua's injury. Would Tua have taken a cheaper deal because he would have been playing on the last year, not even a franchise. He would have been playing on the last year of his deal. He probably would have to deal with some holdout stuff. Listen, he can't we made a big deal out of this too about how much more confident he seems. He does seem more relaxed. Did it buy the Dolphins anything? I mean, no, he got hurt week 2. Like he threw his head into to DeMar Hamlin like he was a torpedo. Like I don't need, so
this is his 4th year.
This is his 5th year.
5th year. Like there's certain things take a minute to learn, dude. I can't.
He's really bad at it. He's not good.
He's been pretty good this year. After that,
no, this last week, that's close.
No, he wasn't.
Dude,
He got hit in the ribs.
Dude,
got hit in the
that
ribs.
fat man was really close to landing on him.
No. It's football, dude. Like he's
Well, he got the hell out of there off that interception. He was like, all right, I'm out, which I appreciate. I want him to keep himself
Okay,
safe.
yeah.
I don't want a Ram situation where he's like, don't worry, boys, I'm Urlacher. No thanks.
But yeah,
Andrew Luck used to tackle the hell out of people.
Andrew Luck was a moose.
He was a
He was
moose.
a moose.
Wait,
I mean, he sounded like
he
a
felt like
giant.
Josh Allen.
Oh, this is our brother.
So yeah, look, I get everybody saying, or some people thinking it's the Tua thing. It's not. Okay, there's so many other steps that could have taken place before, besides that makes that bad. The problem with quarterbacks and certain guys that next man up going to get paid a lot of money, the problem with that is you're always going to be playing the result of from that point on, right? At the time that he got a fair contract, like at that moment, everybody says, well, why don't you just, wait it out? I said, because the last piece of information I have is you waited it out with Christian Wilkins, and then you couldn't afford him.
Tim, what's up, man?
Yo.
Hey.
Yo.
Worst move the Dolphins made in the last 5 years is allowing Marcos to be an NFL insider and put all this pressure on Tua.
His fault. God, Tim.
That was probably my best.
How dare you, bro?
He's right, though. He's right. One more. Don, what's up, Don?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Listen, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, okay. Listen, you can't even find the worst mistake they've made in the last 5 years because they've made every mistake.
Pick one,
that an
Don.
NFL team shouldn't make.
Pick one.
Drafting Tua, and you guys continuing to support his sorry, short, little hand, can't throw the ball down the field ass.
His hands aren't short. They're either small or they're big. I mean, that's nobody
Okay,
measures.
and he can't.
Nobody
he's not
measures
an
hands and
NFL
height.
Quarterback, and to pay him like we paid him should have
can I ask
waited
you a
him out. It
question?
wouldn't have cost us nothing.
You think a guy can lead the league in passing by luck?
Yeah, listen. You got to stop looking at the stats and look at the W's. Okay.
But
you got to start looking at the W's. You play a bunch of bad teams, you can build big stats. And you continue to support this guy who hasn't shown us anything.
Question. So, would you say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Why?
Because he is an NFL quarterback.
Wait. Hold on. Whoa. What you did yesterday doesn't matter today. Okay? Aaron Rodgers
talking about his stats.
Wait, Aaron Rodgers. Wait, hold on.
Stats last year, then.
Okay, then let's talk about Aaron Rodgers in the same way.
Got a point.
Yeah, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. Look at the win-loss record of Aaron Rodgers his last 2 years.
Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Tua tomorrow?
I'd rather have Tua.
Come on.
I'd rather have
Then
Tua.
You're a liar. You're a liar. And you're
Really?
just selling tickets.
Yeah.
You're
Really?
selling tickets.
So you would rather?
Why do you think we're selling tickets? There's no tickets to sell. Isn't there like a wait
Because
list?
you guys are the flagship station of the Miami Dolphins.
No, we're not.
We haven't been for 2 years.
Wait. So you're telling me
We haven't had the Dolphins
Hey,
for 2 years.
Don, you're telling me
That's
now,
their biggest mistake.
right now, moving forward,
Greedy pigs.
if I gave you a choice
Dropping us.
between Aaron Rodgers and Tua, you would take Aaron Rodgers.
In a heartbeat.
And there's the problem, folks. There's the problem. You know Aaron Rodgers can barely play quarterback right now, right? You
Guess
know,
what? He can throw the ball more than 25
wait. The only thing you have of Aaron Rodgers and the only picture you have in your mind is what Aaron Rodgers used to be, not what he is. You do realize that, right?
True. That's not true.
So you think he's a good quarterback now?
Excuse me?
You think Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback right now?
This is polite.
I think he's a good quarterback, yeah.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that he can throw the ball to a receiver down the field. He can extend the play. Okay.
No, he cannot.
He has played
No, he
on a
can't.
lousy team.
Oh, so he's playing. So
You
with
think,
wait,
hold on.
I got this.
Okay.
So with Tua, he's the problem. With Aaron Rodgers, it's the rest of the team.
Here's what they've done with Tua. They put him on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
They protected him all they can. They built everything around him, and he still can't win the game.
That's fair.
Whoa,
Listen, Don,
they didn't do that for Aaron Rodgers this year.
Hey, Don.
They went out and got his favorite receiver. They fired his coach. They did all these things. He's still not winning.
Don, who do you
I'm
think?
here.
Who do you think has more yards per throw this year, Tua or Aaron Rodgers? Because you say
I couldn't tell you. I
can
couldn't tell you. Maybe Tua.
I can tell you, Tua.
Okay.
So, I mean, what are you doing with noodle arm and how far the throws are going? Guy averages more per throw.
It doesn't matter. You keep throwing 10-yard. Look, you know what?
Wait. First, Don. Here, let's use your theory. Let's use your theory. We're only going to use wins and losses. How many games have the Jets won?
I couldn't tell you.
He just hates Tua. He hates Tua.
Do you realize the Jets are terrible,
Look,
right?
He's I let him go. We have to go. We have to take a break.
That, you know what that is?
Yeah.
He's related to you.
Don't say
He is related to you.
I have nothing to do with him. I have nothing to do with him.
You do the same thing.
No, I don't.
Just do it, Leroy.
Back after this. All right, welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory, like the Tucson, the Sonata, and the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai.
Guys done yelling at Don. Poor guy.
I just feel bad. Like, I really do think it's funny when people think sports radio's job is to sell tickets. It's like, first of all, it's the NFL. They're selling tickets.
Yeah.
I don't like.
And the second is, you don't even know where the games are broadcast. I always find that, but people really don't. Like,
the flagship.
What?
You know,
Also, when have we ever offered tickets?
For Dolphins games?
For Dolphins games, like never. I've never remember having
hey,
Dolphins tickets.
so here's.
I got Heat tickets though.
Oh, we got 4.
Because I just want to say it's the greatest organization ever.
You go, boy.
And they can do nothing wrong in my eyes.
That's right.
Okay.
And Bam is the best. And Tyler's the best. And Jimmy's not going anywhere. And Pat Riley's a genius.
Sometimes
And
you
Khalil
yell
Ware
at
just
that
needs
with them.
time to grow. And Kevin Love has veteran savvy.
To be 7'5".
Dude, I see these slams that he has in Sioux Falls, and I'm like, I want that. He goes so high over the
I
rim.
know he's an
And I'm
athletic
like,
7-footer.
We got to play him against the Magic. Kevin Love, let me just say, just for concern of Kevin Love,
Yeah.
he can't play against them.
Maybe we send Bam to Sioux Falls.
Why don't you go to hell? How about
Okay.
that? How about I send you to Hell Falls? How about that?
All right.
Say, he said, on my way to hell, I'm gonna drop Bam off in Sioux Falls.
I'll get one more call. Christian, what's going on, dude? Is
What's
a
that,
parrot?
baby?
Is that a baby or a parrot?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, buddy.
Hi.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Better now.
Yeah, I'm just watching my baby girl right now.
Ah, good papa. All right.
Yeah,
What's
good.
going on, buddy?
Not much. First of all, I think the worst my mistake was that we stopped biting kneecaps.
Oh,
that's right.
It wasn't the
We
last
got
5
rid
years, but he's
of
right.
Dan the Man Campbell.
Yeah, but you know what?
Longer than 5
Here's-
years ago, but I
here's-
understand.
I
I'll
know,
allow it.
I
I'll
just-
allow
No,
it.
but
I allow it.
when he started doing that and talking like that,
Mhm.
nobody took him serious.
The first 2 weeks we did.
Right, but you know what I'm saying.
The first 2
Like
weeks. we did.
nobody thought. But
Super Bowl.
But here's the other thing, is that you do realize if we had stayed with Dan Campbell
Mhm.
and went through the same process he went through in Detroit, you would have already ran him out of town here. Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, like he's been because it kind of crosses over to the Flores era too, so it's a little bit weird.
But it took. They have a winning record last year. Yes, they had a winning record last year.
Who, the Lions? They went to the NFC
They were in the
Championship.
championship.
The
So
year they
it's-
turned it around was McDaniel's first year.
Here,
They were
right.
the Dolphins beat them in Detroit, and they were kind of like they had a bad year and year, great year, great year.
Right.
So you're talking year 3
3
of the
years.
process.
Year 3. All right. You think?
I don't know.
Like, but we just like. I don't know if the fan base will ever be that patient to go through something like that. Right? I don't know that.
The weird thing about it is, it feels like when the Dolphins have hired coaches, first of all, they hire first year coaches. That's Stephen Ross's thing. He doesn't hire guys with experience.
Right.
They always start off like their first year is always their
So
best
gr-
year.
right. Which is
That's
crazy,
the weird
right?
thing about it.
Which does that mean you probably shouldn't have got rid of the guy beforehand?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
You shouldn't have got rid of
I
the
mean,
last guy?
except for Flores. Obviously, Flores, had
Right.
had the terrible year. I mean, those first 2 weeks of Flores, we were talking about, is this the worst team we've ever seen? And then they were good the next year. They were better. So Flores kind of had the growth.
And I think
that's typically how you're supposed to do it.
right. That's the process. But like we all have to kind of be patient with it to some level, right?
Mhm.
Because like it doesn't just. Are we being unrealistic with what we expect these coaches to come in and do right away?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably.
All right.
Probably. I would agree with that.
Because I could say that, like, let's be clear. If you don't want Mike McDaniel here and you want somebody else, you're already committing yourself to a 2-year turnaround where they switch from the offense and the defense that they have to a more physical offense and defensive line where they try to build the front seven on.
I can tell you a guy I was a spoiled brat with, and I was a bastard with.
Who?
Paul Maurice.
Oh yeah, you.
I was a bastard with him.
Oh,
I was a stupid boy, and I thought that this guy's a bum. He has the most losses in NHL history, and I can't believe we hired this guy. We should have just kept the guy who got the DUI in the cart. And
first of all, wait, can I just say this? This is not, and I'm not taking driving under the influence lightly.
Well, it was dismissed.
How serious can you take somebody driving drunk in a golf
cart? It didn't happen yet because he said he used to coach the Panthers. So at the time, I didn't know that he was a willy-nilly golf cart driver. And then second of all,
have you been to a golf course when there's a tournament and free liquor on the golf course?
Wow. Dangerous. But I didn't realize, and now the Panthers have the toughest team in the league. Like they are kneecaps. They are essentially hockey biting your kneecaps. Nobody can play them with their head straight.
But you did the same thing I have questions about, right? And I said it to you then. Hey, won't you be a little more patient? He's got to turn everything around from how he wants it from the way it was. He went from being Mike McDaniel to Dan Campbell.
Yeah. Or he was trying to change Mike McDaniel. He was trying to get the McDaniel out of us.
Right. And you called him a bum.
It's strong. I didn't call him a bum. And I said I was sorry to him, and I love him.
Okay.
That's fine. Sometimes I do go over the rails, just like with Carter Verhage.
My overall point is this. Should we be more patient with this after seeing something like what Paul Maurice has done?
I mean, I think the thing that concerns you with the Dolphins is with Mike McDaniel, it kind of just feels like it's getting more rickety, doesn't it?
But here's what I'll tell you the problem is with Mike McDaniel. And the problem with the Dolphins is right now. Throughout the history of football, right? When you look at all the successful teams, I don't care how many points they score, I don't care whatever. If you look at success, it all starts with the offensive and defensive line. And they tried to do it and be the anomaly. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I anticipated this question.
That doesn't help.
But you see what I mean? Like you are building a football team to be an anomaly. And what all these other teams are proving to you in the Philadelphia teams, in the Detroit teams, in the Green Bay, in Baltimore, and all these teams are showing you is that, yeah, you can have the flash at quarterback and you can have the stars on the outside, but it's built in the trenches. And all those teams have been able to be consistent while working on all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins cannot do that. They have to be excellent all the time because you don't have the time or the protection to wait it out.
The thing that's crazy, though, is you've always said offensive lines take a little bit on chemistry. So the thing is, like, how long is this going to – like, let's just say let's say everybody stays here, right?
No, but
how long for the Dolphins to turn that line around? Because you're talking about Jackson will be back. Paul will be your left tackle, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Going to keep the center, Ambrose. So, like, if you're going to infiltrate two new guards, do we feel like this is something that could get fixed in a year?
Here's the problem.
And be for real?
Here's the problem. How many different offensive line combinations they've had in the last 2 years? So before we even go to any of these places, you need healthy guys.
Mm-hmm.
You need healthy
guys.
I'm
assuming Armstead's done.
And it's not a knock on his talent.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, you got to move on just so you can get some consistency.
Yeah, he's got to retire this year. Dude.
Look at how many different centers, how many different guards, how many different tackles you've had in this front offensive line. I said to you, continuity is the most important thing, not necessarily the talent of each individual.
Yeah, but they got to get rid of Buckenberg. I won't stand for it.
You can say that, or play him at one damn position.
He has this year. He still sucks.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, the last time I had a big hug like that was the last time I saw Mama, because that dude hugs everybody.
So when your mom comes to town, you're like,
yeah. Listen, look, The first thing he does is put the crab clampers on him. Like, how it seems like the first thing he does is bear hug.
It seems to be the first thing he does on every drive is anger somebody because he's always getting a personal foul drawn on somebody. Now, it got offset this last time around.
Offset.
But, and then it's Hugs McGee.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure the Texans line was like,
So it's like he is always like, you know what rule number one of offensive line is? Hands inside. The first rule. That's the first rule. The first blocking rule. Hands inside. Right? The first thing he does is put crab clinchers on. Like he looks like he's playing. You know, you go to the video place and they have the little game that reaches down and pick up the stuff.
Yeah, the claw.
That's Eichenberg. Like we could just hang Eichenberg from a stick. He grab all the toys. Like that's what he does. Just watch Eichenberg. The guy, rule number one of offensive line. Hands inside.
I saw one where he put one hand on a guy and then decided not to hold and just let two
choke
get
him.
killed. I'm just
What about the old chokehold? We ain't crabbed together.
take a break. Back after this.
Lincoln Park.
No, it's not new. It's the end of. It's the end of Transformers.
Oh, it does sound like
That's
the
it.
Transformers.
Hey,
You
that's
love
how.
Transformers.
No, but that's how I fell in love with Lincoln Park.
I almost
from
named my kid,
Transformers.
Optimus Prime.
And wait, and yeah, Optimus Prime talks over this part. So no, here's how I got hooked. You ready? How I got hooked on Lincoln Park from Transformers.
Yep.
And then she lost all of her luster when she ended up with MGK.
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
She's
So
not with him anymore.
Yeah.
Huh?
Now she's a robot.
She lost all her luster.
Wait.
With her
So
thumbs.
then
She didn't lose
me
her
and,
lust.
me and Fonz, when
this
Fonz
past
was younger, we used to kill it with the Guitar Hero.
It's a horny robot.
And Lincoln Park was a good song to
Megan
So-
Fox, weird thumbs.
Weird thumbs. I ain't looking at her.
That is a
thumbs,
known
bro.
thing. She does have
Hey,
weird thumbs.
wait a minute.
Very strange thumbs.
I ain't.
Leave her thumbs alone.
Who else? Didn't somebody else have like 6 toes or something?
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
Oh, really?
She got some. Yeah.
No, I know it's known with Ryan Tannehill had toe thumbs. That was the thing.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Megan
Hold
Fox,
on.
same thing.
Megan, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Megan Fox walk up to you. She got crooked thumbs.
No.
What are you saying? I can't mess with you. You got crooked thumbs.
I'm gonna have to shake her hand at a certain point, aren't I? It's just gonna.
Not
So
really.
If she wants to be
Yeah.
with you, you're
Yeah.
gonna say no.
Well, I mean, if she gives me 2 thumbs up as a partner, I'm gonna have to say no. If I'm being real, it's just gross.
No,
It's really gross. She drank MGK's blood too. She's tainted.
It's kind of a weird thing. Like, could you imagine being shot down on somebody because of your thumbs and the person has web feet?
Dude. No. Dude, let me tell you something. There's a couple of things that I don't do. I don't overextend my hands to nobody, and I don't show them my feet. And I tell people right away, hey, if you got a foot fetish, I ain't your guy. Just tell you right now, because I don't like my feet being touched. So we ain't gonna go there. Nor do I touch feet.
It's very strange thumbs though.
I don't touch feet.
You
I don't mess
got
with feet.
you got Mike McDaniel who's asked about his job security yesterday.
Yeah, he doesn't touch feet either.
Oh, Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel said his focus isn't on job security. It's on the 49ers.
Yeah, because
Maybe it should be.
yeah, because it's
Wow.
no. Here's why.
What?
Seat
Money's
getting hot.
guaranteed.
Yeah, but that seat.
You can
getting
relax and do your job.
True.
hot.
Here's Mike McDaniel yesterday speaking to the media.
You know what it is when you sign up for it, and I'm not worried about that in the slightest. I think that would be absolutely selfish and something that I if I'm worried about that, I'm definitely not worried about the things that I have to offer the players that are playing in a professional football game. So, I think the season hasn't gone the way anybody necessarily had wanted, but that, how often do we say that in life in general? I think my job is not to predict and expect. My job is to adjust and ultimately, if you're gonna fall short in certain ways, then what you do is you make those reasons for improvement as you move forward. But we have enough to worry about with the San Francisco 49ers, and I don't take that lightly.
Well, I believe him. I don't think he's too worried about it. He hides it well.
I mean, you're worried about being successful.
Seats getting hot.
But when it comes to the money part of it,
It's getting hot.
when they say you're worried about keeping your job, when you sign that extension and it's for 3 more years at however many dollars, that's guaranteed money for them.
Gotta be, yeah, it's gotta be easy.
So like what he's saying is 100% accurate, but it's made easier by the fact that his contract is guaranteed.
Well, that seat's getting hot though. You got it.
I don't think it's getting hot.
It's not getting
It's
hot.
a little bit hot there.
Wait,
Yeah.
we just had a conversation about patience,
I won a big game.
right? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Mhm.
When was the last time Dolphins won a big game?
When Brian Flores was a coach.
That's
What? No, when? Go back.
I was hoping you guys remember.
Ravens comeback.
Oh, remember
Was
that?
that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So that was a big game.
Yeah, that was the
Okay.
best game of my life.
So
that was a good game.
the fact that he can't win a big game is not true.
I mean, one
Here's-
in 2 years.
I've said this to you. I've got
a hot take right.
I've said this to
since
you.
then.
We'd agree though. that was the
I've
greatest
said
game
this
of
to
your
you,
life.
and I think it's time for everybody to come to the realization of what this is.
Mhm.
Right?
Is that the biggest win? over
If
Virginia?
you beat 15 teams below you,
Mhm.
and lose to the 15 teams above you.
Yeah, middle of the pack.
That makes you the 16th best and the 16th worst team. Okay? When you say the Dolphins don't beat any of these upper echelon teams, right? But they beat all the teams beneath them, right? In effect, you're saying that they're not there yet.
It actually stopped this game. It was San Francisco, the first McDaniel year, 2022.
Yeah.
Remember, they went and stayed on the West Coast.
Yep.
Dolphins were riding high. They were 8-3.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They go out to the West Coast. Haven't been the same.
Have not been the same since then.
Haven't been. They lost that game.
Wow, dude.
All right. They lost the Chargers game.
Yep.
Smoked in Buffalo.
Look at that.
Well, smoked in Buffalo. You know, like it was they come up short in Buffalo.
Yep.
Tua ruined Christmas. Though then we learned he was concussed.
Eh.
Then Tua was done for the season.
Yeah, well then
Hasn't been the same since the last Niners game. In fact, it hasn't been the same since Tua threw that touchdown to Trent Sherfield to open up that game.
Oh.
And that was the time. I don't think the Dolphin fan has ever felt more alive than that touchdown to Trent Sherfield Tua threw to him.
So look at that.
To open up the scoring against the San Francisco 49ers, but it hasn't been the same.
So you mean to tell me that seat isn't getting warm after you just revealed all that?
I don't think it's getting warm. You know what I think is getting warm? Here's what I think is getting warm. This is my prediction.
Yeah.
I think Mike McDaniel, the coach,
Yeah.
no toast on those cheeks.
Okay.
Mike McDaniel, the play caller,
You have said this.
he's getting fired.
But if it's his offense, why would you have somebody else calling the plays?
I'll tell you why, Leroy. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
This is and maybe no. Can I just hear me? Can you just hear what I say and then call me an idiot? Okay. Look at me.
Jeez.
Here's what I think.
Okay.
Is it possible? He just talks too long in these play calls.
He talks.
He's just too. Why?
You told me to wait to hear what you had to say.
You don't know. What if he takes too long calling in these plays?
The plays are wordy.
Yeah.
I played an offense with wordy plays.
What if we don't need somebody to change the plays? We just make them less wordy. Codes. Ooh.
Have you ever been in the huddle?
Well, I have been, but I was on defense and special teams.
You under like it's. They're not just in there talking. They all mean something.
Right. But
BSB.
You would agree it's taking too long.
It's not taking too long to call a play.
What's the abbreviated
It's taking
version?
too long to get the crap in for them to make decisions.
Why
on
is it
what
taking
to do.
so long?
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
process.
Is it possible he talks too long?
No.
Is it possible? Not is that happening? Is it possible?
Well, what is what possible?
Oh, you heard me. Don't do my move. Don't do my move.
I didn't hear you. No,
I think you think I stumbled onto something here.
No, what? Go.
Do you think Mike McDaniel talks too long? It's just he's not an efficient user of words or plays. Ergo, it's taking too long to get the play in because he's a long talker.
Here's what I would try.
I need an auctioneer.
Here's what I'm trying to avoid.
We got 3 wide receivers right now. We got 2 wide receivers, one running back, one going on motion, and on break.
You had a lot of more engine than that guy at the Tyreek thing.
Yeah, exactly. That guy is the Mike McDaniel of auctioneers.
Wait. So here.
Did he cry?
Yes. So here's what I would say.
Love you, Dad.
Stop trying to find reasons as to why things are the way they were, because when things were going well, we didn't have these problems.
But
it's the same issues.
We've always had formation things and that. Like he just looks like he's taking his sweet ass time on that sidelines.
He really does.
You know?
He really does.
I'm just if we could just make it Darrell Bevel. I don't care. I'm not even saying make a hire from outside. Just but somebody's a little bit quicker with words.
But it's not their offense.
Everybody has a piece of the pie now. We're all here.
That's a good point.
All right.
And fire that special teams coach.
Oh, get out of here, Crossman.
Why? Because the kicker can't kick?
No, there's too many things.
Oh, dude, they have more penalties on special teams than anybody. They're the worst special teams unit in the league.
They got to be ranked pretty low as far as
I think
penalties in general.
I think they've been ranked the lowest in special teams the last 3 years.
No, but I'm saying as far as penalties,
I'll look that up.
It has to go the highest or the highest is the penalties per game.
I'll look at the most penalized teams in the league and see where they're at.
Yeah, or I guarantee you're the top 10. it seems like every time I blink my eyes, somebody doing something they ain't got no business doing, including that's not the 2 or 3 penalties you're gonna get from the crab.
Jeez.
He's like the guy from the House of Dragons, the crab guy. The guy was the worst villain of all time. They were like,
died so quick.
The crab guy has taken over for 4 years, and then like they eliminate him with one dragon.
Right. They just went and look, barbecue crab. That's it. They talk about the crab guy like nobody wants to deal with the crab guy. There we go. Crab guy. Done. Like,
take a break. We'll mix things up coming up next.
You understand? I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. You know, we always tell you guys, you want to be looking nice for the holiday season, all right? You don't want to be out there holding up to your in-laws' house looking like a real bum. That's why you should get your wardrobe nice and clean. Like Marcos, that's a great outfit that you got on today.
Thank you.
But you can't double dip on Christmas. You better get that thing dry cleaned, all right?
I will.
And for the best dry cleaning in South Florida, you want to use our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. 40-plus years owned and run, Leroy.
That's right. Give Ara a call at 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. They have a seamstress on site. So you need something taken in, you need something let out, you need something cleaned, they'll take care of you. Just give Ara a call at 954-610-9383. He'll give you some pricing. They service all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Southern Palm Beaches. And you got that special. Tell them what they got.
Dude, let me tell you something, guys, right now. You guys want a Christmas present? You want a holiday present right now? You mentioned Tobin and Leroy to Ara. He's giving you 25% off your order.
Whoa!
25% off your order. You mentioned Tobin and Leroy. You get the silly sauce discount. He'll get that silly sauce right out of your clothes, and you're never going to want to launder your own clothes again. Serving all the Dade, Brown, and Southern Palm Beach guys for the last 40 years. So, again, call them up or text them, 954-610-9383. A&T Dry Cleaners. Let's mix it on up there, Froggy. Bam, bam, bam. The mixed bag is brought to you by Frogboy shirt.
Thank you. I am out of clothes, so now I am wearing unnecessarily fancy things.
It is very fancy. You look like you closing a deal today? Like, what are you doing?
Look like you get ready to go down to South Beach and play some dominoes.
Little chest hair out, huh? Little chest hair out.
I don't know their button. Marcos.
I wanted to. I feel like I wanted to wear like a black tank top underneath this, but look at this. Like I'm a loser if I do this. I let this go.
Smith and being
cool.
Smith and being Smeethan.
Yeah.
Marcos needs to get that shirt him. Look like he took it off the set of My 600-Pound Life.
Oh my goodness.
There was one guy who was very mad at me for my OBJ take, but I thought it was very funny that every time he commented back, the weight that he was accusing me of being would always increase. It would be like, what do you know? You're 300 pounds. You've never caught a ball. And the next time it was like, your 400-pound ass has never been out there.
If you played for the Lions, though, you would catch a lot of footballs. They love throwing to 300-pounders.
I've seen them do a reverse to Penix Jr. So
they're having so much fun.
They're capable of
jealous,
over there for sure.
What do you got in the mixed bag there, Marcos?
Some depressing football. Not fun Lions football, unfortunately. We have heard many things from yesterday or from last week's game that made us very sad in regards to this playoff run.
Ugh.
But as Tobin constantly says, you got to give credit where credit is due.
That's what I say.
And on one of the plays that you can possibly get some sort of positivity from, a touchdown saving tackle happened by Devon Achane. I'm not sure you guys saw that.
Oh,
right?
did
Ran
I
down
see
the
it?
sideline, speedster, and still hustled, even though he was very angry at his quarterback for throwing 3 interceptions. This is the Dolphins running back on that touchdown saving tackle.
Each game is tough when you lose, man. Like you said, I'm a competitor, so me going to stop a touchdown, I feel like it's big because I feel like our defense is playing good, and them holding them to 3 points changed the game a lot. Like, as you can see, like, we still had the ball at the end of the game, and us scoring and going for 2 would have been a tie game. So that changes just from them scoring a touchdown would have been like a 2-point series.
He's wrong, but yeah, we know what you're trying to say.
Is he sick? He sounded sick.
Might have been.
Sounds
Probably
a
sick of
little
losing.
Sick of losing. Yeah, I was going to say that too. No, he was trying to say 2-point swing, but he made it 2 possession.
Right.
Yeah. Look.
It was a bad one.
I appreciate
it was a 6-point swing, right? Because the Dolphins would have scored a field goal. Instead, they got a field goal.
Yeah. 6-point swing. I would say this. I appreciate guys that play a certain way regardless, right? You give maximum effort on the field regardless of how bad or how good it looks. And I could appreciate that, and I think people should respect that no matter what, you fighting like hell to win.
I respect it. Well done by Devon.
Yeah, for sure.
What else you got in the mixed bag?
Let's keep on moving through the AFC East, shall we?
Sure.
Aaron Rodgers. On the
rats off a ship.
Totally rats off the game. Well, will the Jets be rats off a ship on him and draft a quarterback? This is Aaron Rodgers on the hypothetical chance of that.
I think all of us, whether we got a guy behind us itching to play or not, there's, when they drafted Jordan, I felt like I was one bad stretch from being benched, and I, won MVP a couple of years. So that's the way the league is. You got to prove it. You can play every single week and through stretches. So if they asked me back and they drafted a guy, I'd mentor the hell out of him if I was playing, and I'd try and play as well as I could to keep him on the bench.
That's a bunch of hogwash. Whoa. Wait a minute.
Hogwash.
I have a more important question.
Yep.
I'm looking right at you, Frog Boy.
Oh, me.
I'm looking into the screen.
Oh, yes.
I'm telling you right now.
Yes.
If you bring a young, impressionable quarterback into the league,
yeah,
do you want Aaron Rodgers mentoring him?
I do not.
Only if he's mentoring him on spirit quests.
Even then, I'm okay. Clearly, it hasn't helped him.
I would like. Isn't it amazing at how older quarterbacks, when they start losing it, start thinking about things like this? When we can think of some of the things that Aaron Rodgers said and Brett Favre said with him, that it wasn't their job to mentor the younger quarterback.
I think he said that drafting Jordan Love, didn't he say that gave him a drinking problem?
Oh,
so all these guys that mysteriously feel confident in what their situation is now are probably already telling you what their situation is now.
He
right?
just said that too. Apparently,
he did say that, right?
Yeah, on his documentary. I think so.
We've only gotten through part 1.
Yeah, no waste your time.
I could care less.
Oh, you know who's on that retreat with him, right?
Isn't that
no
Australia with the
didgeridoo?
Yeah, that's what the didgeridoo does.
Wow. You know who's on that trip with him?
Who?
Double Agent Jordan Poyer.
Oh,
of course he would be, dude. Of course,
guy's been playing like he's on ayahuasca, just like he's like, is that a real defender? Is that a real receiver?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Sick of this guy, dude.
That's all we have to look forward to.
Joe Biden at the same
sweeping the Jets.
Sleep.
Pretty much. What else you got, Marcos?
I'm about to give this guy 5 booms.
What?
That's AJ, big
the
AJ.
Costco guys.
Yeah, the Costco guys. The reason why I'm bringing up the most obnoxious trend on social media, although they're Dolphin fans, God bless them.
Are they?
I mean, that's true. They showed up at the game and got jerseys.
It seems like they're fans for hire.
Yeah, honestly, if the Minnesota Twins flew me out and gave me jerseys, I'd go to that game, and I don't even know if that's still a team. So I don't know if they're really a Dolphin fan, but nonetheless, they have been repping Costco pretty hard. Costco's latest story, though, involves Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr.
Really?
Who is now the starting quarterback in the ATL and found out while getting a Costco dog, apparently.
I was actually shopping. I was shopping with my girlfriend. We was at Costco. I was actually getting a hot dog, and whenever I got the call, I wasn't hungry no more. So
that's adorable.
Is it adorable, or should you be concerned that he's no longer hungry?
I don't think it's a concern.
I don't think it means like in drive. I think that he just didn't think about the hot dog.
Keep your eyes open on this guy's work ethic. It's already telling.
Who do they have this week? Who's he debuting against?
The Falcons are set to play. Oh, you saw it already?
Who are they playing?
Smart move by the Falcons.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully, I am starting.
Soft landing.
That's a savvy move.
Pretty good.
That's a savvy move.
Pretty good.
Get them ready, and then they got that primetime game the week after because the Dolphins got flexed out.
Second in NFC South, huh?
That's what I'm saying. They got a chance to win a division. This is a different.
It's a horrible division.
Yeah, well,
he's gonna have he's got Giants.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Football against the Commanders, which is obviously a couple first-round quarterbacks going at it, so that is a fun game, rightfully flexed out for the Dolphins. And then the last game of the season, home against Carolina.
Ooh.
All right, we'll see if they can make a late rally here to win the division. Give us one more in the mixed bag, Marcos.
All righty, let's go ahead and end things with a curmudgeon. Kevin Durant. He
is the oldest basketball player that you've ever met, right?
He's just angry and he doesn't get enough haircuts. I'm sick of him. But he apparently is sick of the new NBA All-Star Game format. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yeah. I don't know the new one.
Yeah,
but they keep trying stuff.
They basically are making it 18. They're making it 3 All-Star teams, and instead
4.
of but
4.
Well, calm down, Froggy.
I'm sorry.
I was going to explain it.
There you go.
There's 3 All-Star teams made of All-Stars.
Yes.
Which are going to be
You know what an
8
all-star
players apiece,
team
and then
is?
one, and then
there's 3
but,
all-star
but there's
teams.
I'll tell you why, because the 4th team is the Rising Stars team winner. That's why.
Yeah, Leroy.
You
Just
jerks.
let him finish.
Let me finish.
Come on.
Also, we played this yesterday. You weren't at work.
All right, well then, in that case, Kevin Durant's a bum. How about that? That's the final.
We'll take a break. We still got Goosies, no Goosies coming up. We got to give a 4-pack of Heat and Nets tickets to give away. Plus, I got to finish this newsletter. I mean, it is a read, Leroy, from cover to cover.
Oh,
he's going to kill me.
Jesus.
Man, it's a long read, right, boys?
Woo. A whole Q4 newsletter. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah,
I mean, you thought Harry Potter was long.
Woo!
You know what?
What chapter are you on?
Let's go to break before I curse on air.
Okay.
Back after when you
I don't care, 'cause I want somebody.
Hey, we're back. Tobin and Leroy. Headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory at the Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Tua, by the way, I haven't mentioned this today, but Tua showed up on the injury report. He was limited with a hip injury in Wednesday's practice. But offense coordinator Frank Smith says, quote, not a concern for us. December football, everybody's playing through stuff.
Maybe that's the problem. Too basic of a name for an offensive coordinator.
Frank Smith?
Frank Smith is a good defensive coordinator. Not creative on offense. Can't be.
The Lions defensive coordinator's name is Ben Johnson.
Yeah, that's good. That's
What?
good. Defensive coordinator, you need a basic name, something that's tough.
No, their offensive coordinator. He's
I
gonna be
think
the
so.
hottest commodity like out there as a coach. Ben Johnson.
Maybe he's hiding something.
Is Dan Campbell a cool name?
He's tough.
He is tough, but is it a
Yeah.
good name?
I think it's
No,
a good name.
but Dan Campbell doesn't need to be creative. He needs to be tough. You want your like Rhett Lashley. That's an offensive coordinator name right there.
Well, we had this one time. His name was Bill Lazor.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun season and a half.
Was it?
It was kind of
I
fun.
don't think it was.
Maybe.
I love the way people forget how things end. Right?
The end.
Isn't Rhett Lashley the coach at SMU?
SMU.
Yeah, that's a good offensive coordinator.
They're
Frank Smith.
they're in the playoff.
This guy works at a deli.
Guess who isn't?
I need to be reminded, dude.
This weekend, tomorrow.
Great.
Upset special. Tennessee over Ohio State.
Are you just doing this to badger the Ohio State fan?
No.
Seems like
You sure?
No.
You love badgering.
Here.
Yeah, you do.
Let me spell it out for you. You want to hear the breakdown?
Sure.
Tennessee has the best front seven in the country on defense.
Okay.
Ohio State has a quarterback who can't throw.
Well, you know.
Whoa. But he can run, though.
Nope.
He can kind of run.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's got about the same amount of rushing yards as Tom Brady. That's how he looks back there.
Noon on Saturday.
He's good on
SMU at Penn State. Penn State's an 8.5
Oh.
point favorite for the first round.
Money line.
4 o'clock. Clemson, Texas.
Oh,
Texas is a 12-point favorite.
Yeah, I see that.
Texas wins that one.
But I saw Texas firsthand. They got a lot of speed. But they've been up and down, right?
What's up with that backup quarterback, huh? He wants to give it a shot over. Oh, the starter. The starter's definitely gonna get overtaken by Archie. Come to Miami, baby.
They've played Arch a little bit.
You just hit him with a come to Miami, baby?
Come to Miami, baby.
I think he would have left already. I think
Yeah,
he's kind of
he's
loyal
not-
to Texas.
He's not leaving.
Listen, he don't need to worry about
He don't
money.
need. He's not leaving.
How could
That's
you
true.
buy a Manning?
Yeah,
Right.
fair.
You know?
That's true. Yeah.
Unless Cooper's just like ousted from the family and Uncle
Oh.
Peyton and Eli won't give him any money on.
What he does commercials with him.
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't-
Every now and then. Oh,
Can you stop doing that?
the top of my foot,
I thought he was talking about Justin.
and not even my knee, underneath. Oh,
Do you want to trade
Got
Steve?
that dead foot.
oh.
Mm,
Can I just tell you, Odyssey?
yeah.
I'm about to rip all the crap from underneath this table.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Hey, look, the corners. Why isn't it flat up against?
Hey, can I just respectfully?
No.
What are you,
No.
baby
No.
tadpole? Like we need to baby proof the corners? You're a grown man.
It's true.
Watch your feet.
Okay. Have you seen what the mic and the headphones have done to me?
Oh yeah.
What the?
I'm gonna have to like put a
No,
GoPro down there.
Nobody asked me if I was okay.
Are you okay?
No, you didn't ask me if I was okay. When the headphones kicked my ass.
Okay, next time we're in studio, can we set up an extra camera down there and just have Leroy foot cam?
That's disturbing. Don't do that.
Making a couple extra followers.
Look at all the
Pretty
corners.
sure
It's
HR
right on
would
my
be
right leg.
honest.
Look, knee, bottom, like it's crazy.
It's not that many corners, dude.
Really?
It's not.
Really? You don't have any corners by you. I'm the only one that has.
He
corners.
has the most space on his desk.
Who?
Him.
You know, I don't have to sit here. You guys can sit here if you want.
Oh,
Stop. Now all of a sudden you.
No, I don't have to sit here.
Oh, we don't have to sit here.
Don't be fraudulent now.
I'm
It's
telling
Christmas.
you, I don't care.
No, no.
I don't care where I sit.
No. Yeah. Okay.
You guys got assigned seats.
Okay.
If someone wants to sit here, they can sit here, though. If anybody wants to.
I'm gonna sit in there.
Sounds good.
What are you doing?
He's got a foot cam.
No.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Gotta make sure,
I'm so scared.
Look. Put it in the corner.
No,
Look
put
at
it
look.
higher, put it
Look,
higher.
it's over here.
So he can.
You gotta
so we
go
can
over
see
here.
where the headphone jack is.
It's over here. Look at the corner.
Look at all the wires.
Look at all the corners,
Very
the
nice.
wires and stuff. Look at the
Beautiful.
corner. So I hit my knee on this.
Yeah.
I hit my knee
you're
on it.
putting your knee on that?
Yes, the corner.
Why are you
Look,
putting your foot there?
Look, the corner.
What kind of shoes
I was
are
just
those?
UFOs.
Skechers.
UFOs.
They're not Skechers. They're UFOs.
Yeah, those are oof.
UFOs are different.
They're
Oh,
oops, is that what
come
you
They don't make frog shoes. Sorry.
You're lashing out.
I'm not lashing out.
You're lashing out.
Really?
feel
Look
like
at the
I'm gonna get
corner. Look,
elements
it
all
goes
over
right.
it.
Like I go to turn. Boom.
You
boom.
do have two corners right next to
Wow,
each other.
Leroy.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Look
it's
right
that.
there. That's
Oh,
the killer
that's it
spot.
right there.
That is the
Yeah.
spot.
That is
For
if I
your
don't get
knees.
if I don't get electrocuted.
Leroy got a lot of.
This is like driving a car with no hood. Just
favorite-
engine just all exposed.
Shout out to Tobin for these angles, though. Is he crawling on the ground? I don't even know what's going on.
He's bringing up all the
We
dust.
call
I'm gonna
it-
get allergies all over again.
We basically have pylon cam.
This is
Not pilon.
Pilon.
Hey, say it right, okay? It's pilong, okay?
That was good. Good job. Good
You
camera
want a
work.
foot cam on me?
Nah,
I think I'm
Not-
sure there's a lot of our audience.
I was gonna say we're gonna get.
Hey, wait, yeah, yeah.
Guess what? No toes are being shown. Look at
Oh
No,
these
'cause all you
boots
wear
are
is
made
boots.
for walking.
Look at that.
Boots.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Doc Martin, them Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that
That's
pillar.
what-
That
that's
But
pillar.
look, nobody's close to the edges like I am.
Look, no, I've hit my knee plenty with this. Right here.
there's a second one.
No, she hits it on the mic, the mic thing.
Let's get back to doing a radio show.
Really? This would be some of our best work.
I'm glad both Leroy's got to.
Well, I
express-
just did this for you because I mean you reacted like you just got shot with a gun.
No, I'm my foot.
You're like,
my foot.
he's got dead foot.
Like, can we just start yelling that in public? Nobody. Only people that just
That part is that that's my sister's name. So
instead of
I gotta
cursing,
change it.
we just yell Jessica.
Ohio State's a 7.5-point favorite.
Okay, I'll take Tennessee.
When's the next batch of games? Is it the next day?
No, next week, the following week,
So these are all the first round. Then we get the bye.
first round, and the bye, and then you go to boom, boom, boom.
Then we got the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Pop-Tarts.
When does Michigan play? They got to be playing pretty early
You're
too.
in the Frisco Bowl. What do you win?
No, the Frisco Bowl already happened, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't the Pop-Tart Bowl kind of run into our show?
Does it?
Oh,
You're just trying to find
Pop-Tart
ways.
Bowl. Pop-Tart Bowl. Pop-Tart Bowl.
nothing better than
Pop-Tart
that.
Bowl.
That Pop-Tart Bowl and March Madness.
Yeah.
Woo!
It doesn't.
Pop-Tart Bowl.
Nope. It's on the weekend at least.
No, okay. So, damn it, it's on the weekend.
Yeah. So we don't do no bowls here.
Damn it.
I don't know. You'd have to ask Len if we're carrying any bowls, but
man.
I would doubt that we're carrying it. Well,
Someone told me. No.
Is you sure it's not a Canes basketball game that's taking us out?
Because during the holidays they also have those midday tournaments.
Oh, Canes are playing at noon on New Year's Day.
Well,
We're not working.
you're a jackass.
Yeah, but I'm making the best of. It makes my job easier. That's a win. It's a win.
Wait, it's all about you, huh, Marcos?
selfish.
Selfish.
Selfish frog
Selfish.
boy.
Got a foot cam for 5 minutes.
If you guys want to go to Heat and Nets right now, caller number 4 to 305-567-0560. Caller 4 to 305-567-0560 wins a 4-pack of tickets to Heat and Nets. It's December 23rd. That's next Monday, you rascals. So don't go. If you're out for the holidays, don't try and win the tickets. Caller 4 to 305-567-0560. We'll get to that. Mike McDaniel, he's got theories on the Dolphins' disappearing run game and lots more to get to. We'll play a little Goosies, no Goosies before we get out of here as well. But if you guys want to win those tickets, 305-567-0560. Caller 4 gets that 4-pack. Back after this. Should vote for him for All-Star.
will.
All-Star starts today.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He
vote.
deserves
for him,
it
for sure.
He's been good this season.
What about any Pro Bowl? You didn't mention any Pro Bowl voting.
I'm only voting for Zach Sealer. Everybody else can,
What about Aaron Brewer?
I know Aaron Brewer's had a nice season, or Aaron Brewer. Sorry. Yeah, it's not. You don't say Aaron. He says it weird. I know Aaron Brewer has had a nice season.
So,
however,
why are we saying our name weird if it's spelled like
Aaron?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm trying to get people's names right, but that's
like
but he
just
spells
like
it like Aaron.
I want to choke the life out of people that spell my name LE capital ROY.
Oh, Leroy.
Yeah.
I hate that.
That's a nice name.
It's annoying,
No.
but it is.
It's annoying.
It's like a default on iPhone when you do that. It's really annoying.
Yes.
But here's the thing, dude. I'm not voting Pro Bowl for anybody on this offensive line. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Somebody's supposed
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Wow. Don't yell at me. Yell at him. He wants to vote. He wants to put Brewer in the Pro Bowl.
The center?
Had a
Yeah.
good year. Had a good year.
Has he?
I don't know.
Or is he just? Or is he?
Well,
is-
maybe.
Fine,
Wait,
I like
can I just say this?
Yeah.
He could be having an excellent year,
All right.
all ruined by the fact that he plays next to Eichenberg.
Yeah. Is he just the prettiest frog? Are we sure?
No,
What's wrong with that?
prettiest frog,
Like, is he like lipstick on a pig?
the
You know?
fastest turtle.
The fastest turtle.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I told my mom she had to sleep.
I was
with
trying not to use
I
the
told my mom
tallest-
she had to sleep with the Ninja Turtles. She said, "What the hell does that mean?"
I don't think you like that very
You'll
much.
see. My daughter has a tank with 4 turtles.
How big are they now? They say
Uh,
that small? I thought turtles grow.
Start off like this.
Oh wow.
Dude,
Hoof and link.
they hose through they hose through little fish and shrimps like it's nothing.
Aaron is the 7th highest graded center according to ProFootballFocus.com.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not enough, huh?
he needed to be the first.
I mean,
you know,
I'm sure it's hard to be a Pro Bowl center when you have Eichenberg and Rob Jones next to you.
Right.
But I'm not voting anybody on this. Sorry.
Okay,
Speaking
so-
of that offensive line,
Yeah.
let's get to 50 minutes of Game Day Uncensored here, brought to you by your Southern Lexus dealers. The Lexus December to Remember sales event is why you stay on the nice list. Find yours and get offers on select models, but only for a limited time. Now through January 2nd, make it a December to Remember.
Yeah.
Game Day Uncensored comes your way this week, noon on Sunday. Well, speaking of that, so Mike McDaniel was asked about the run game yesterday. It sucks. Listen, wait, why did you make that sound?
Because it does suck, but I'm interested in to say.
Oh, okay.
There's no way he just said it sucks. So
No,
it has
he
to
didn't
be.
say that. He didn't say that, but he did say, he said on this team. So he said holding calls this year
Oh god.
have been killing our yards per carry numbers. Here's what he had to say on that.
We have guys pressing so that when we do have an advantage on the defense, we're getting holding calls left and right, probably threefold to what we had last year. It'd be interesting, if guys choose to have their hands inside and fit the blocks well, so they're not getting called for holdings, and those holdings don't occur. What is our yards per carry then? I think that has something to do with it as well.
Rule number 1 in blocking: hands inside.
Dolphins
Because
are.
you know, whether you hold in or not, all the official sees is the hug, and he calls the hug.
The Dolphins are tied for 4th with most holding calls this year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting though. He did say, "Oh yeah, I'm sure if you look at the numbers from last year to this year, blah blah blah." I know there's still some games left, but they have 23 this year. They finished last year with 25. So,
Samesies.
what are you talking about?
You know who has more holding calls than them?
Who's that?
Kansas City.
That makes me feel.
You know who has the most holding calls?
Who's that?
Baltimore.
So you're saying we should hold more?
I'm saying convenient thing to say, dude.
Well, because they know that in Baltimore and Kansas City, if your guy get the quarterback and he get hurt, that's not a good look for, you know what I'm saying?
Here's more of him talking about the run game this year and what the issues have been. He says, haven't been the same really, since Austin Jackson went down.
you can't be understated. We haven't done a good enough job executing in the run game. I think since Austin Jackson left, and that's been a focus of ours because he's a very good player at the point of attack, but we have other good players too. And how do we get that consistent? So I think it's like anything in football, it's a group effort, and it starts with focusing on the right things, not just the result, but more of what does it look like, and where are the failures at the point of attack.
Are you swinging that around? Is that your name thing that you're swinging around?
I don't know what it is.
It's been there for a while.
No, I took it out of my bag, but I just started playing with it because Mike McDaniel was talking, and he
Grow up, Peter Pan.
He lost me.
You didn't want to hear it about just one guy going down. You don't want to hear that.
I mean, look,
he's a nice player. You can't. I mean, like their numbers have gone down since he's been out.
Here's the problem. This has now been 2 years of not having consistent line play because you haven't had consistent linemen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what the reasons are, nor should anybody else. The fact of the matter is you got to find 5 guys that are going to get out there and play you at least 15 games together. You haven't had that in 3 years.
No.
And so to expect these
part
guys,
of that is because your left tackle's made of porcelain.
but
very good
for
porcelain.
whatever reason, to expect you to be able to grow and have consistent play out of your offensive linemen while having more combinations of offensive linemen, and every time you get a good one, you let them walk. Like, what are you expecting? You get what you get. This is what you deserve. So I would hope in the next year or two, they start paying attention and putting some importance on having a consistent offensive line playing so that it could become better. Like, you're moving guys around after week 3 every year. It sucks.
Last game Austin Jackson played, it was Buffalo, 149 yards rushing. Next week, 67.
But the thing is, even though I understand the reasons, nobody wants to hear that from you.
Nah. No.
Because
nobody wants to hear that.
Because, like,
week after that, 82.
Right. So it's been terrible since Austin Jackson's been out.
That's what he's saying. He's like, I don't think you want to use it as an excuse. He's just like, I'm just throwing this out there. That's what the coach is doing. What?
I don't want him.
You don't want him throwing that out there?
Right, no.
Here's his final thoughts.
I don't care. Right? It's to the point now. I get if there was a year that this happened, but the years previously and before that, you had consistent line play. Okay? You haven't had consistent line play in a couple of years because you haven't had a consistent line. I don't want to hear it.
Just say he's cranking up the excuse machine.
I don't want to hear it.
Just say it.
No.
You and I are on the same page here.
It's not an excuse. It's a reason. Because it's factual. But I don't care. You should know better by now.
I don't know, dude. I think Mike McDaniel, Froggy, did you not think Mike McDaniel was looking a little swole there because maybe he was cranking up the excuse machine?
Seems like he's got a couple.
You can call
excuses.
You can call it whatever you want. I told you I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing first of all, you have had an offensive line the last 2 years that you knew you were going to need a backup left tackle.
Stolen McRib says, it's a cold day in hell before Leroy uses Tobin terminology, even if he agrees with it.
Samesies.
You're a jackass, Stolen McRib. Nobody wants to hear that.
Here's a little bit more of Mike McDaniel just saying, you got to get better in the run game.
Overall, we have to do our jobs better. But I think when you start to get when your line of scrimmage is violated to the point that you have some turnover football, that you have some hits and on the quarterback, and you're not able to stay on the field as long as you want, you have to figure out a way to reestablish the line of scrimmage
and that problem's not going anywhere until we solve it.
Well,
I can't believe they let that through. Don't lash.
Stone McRib says,
Don't lash out at me, Leroy, you jackass. I'm like, wow. Wow.
Technically, that's a point.
I don't like that Mike McDaniel used the term.
I gotta take it. His snapback kind of hurt.
I didn't like the term, and Mike McDaniel says our line is getting violated. Too much.
What's going on? Like, listen, you don't want an offensive line violated. I mean, I would guess that you want to be the aggressor, right?
Wow. I feel violated every time I have to watch Eichenberg play.
Dude, I'm telling you, beware of the offensive lineman that starts every play like this.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. A little Goosies. No Goosies to close out a Thursday. Back after this. I think we can all agree that Leroy needs to grow up.
Yeah, I think this commercial break definitely proved that.
Our show is not HR friendly.
What happened?
You don't want to know.
All right. Let's get to our favorite Thursday game. That is Goosies.
No Goosies.
No Goosies. The floor is yours, Froggy.
All righty, gentlemen and gentle ladies.
I got the first one. Frogboy working more than 3 days a week. Goosies, no Goosies.
Wait till you see tomorrow, baby. Wait till you see tomorrow.
Let it be known right now. Are you in tomorrow?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Wow.
Read the board right next to you.
Maybe I'll
Read it.
Maybe I'll pop my head in for.
So who
to me.
who misses more days, Marcos or
Jimmy Butler?
No, no. I was gonna say Marcos or Crowder's too.
I think actually his tooth has been more consistent to me recently, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. How about Jimmy Butler? No.
Well, I wish I got paid like Jimmy Butler.
What? No.
Tyler Herro tells Miami Heat website that he has completely changed his shot chart to copy Steph Curry. The exact quote: "I feel like with my body type, since I'm swole, and the way I play, it's like Steph Curry. Try to make my shot profile so identical to Steph as possible. Steph shoots a lot of threes, obviously. The rest are at the rim, layups and free throws. Isn't that like everywhere? That's kind of what I'm trying to resemble. It's literally what Steph's doing."
Wow.
Goosey.
He said that?
That's what he said.
He said that?
Wait. First of all, it's literally what Spo's been telling him all year.
No.
He said that?
That's what he said.
He said that? Here we go. Here we go.
Intangible Curry. Wow. Come on.
So he said
He just called him intangible Curry. No.
So wait, he said he's
You're
gonna
gonna do it. Let me tell you right now.
What am I doing?
You're gonna go so to the extreme so much. I'm not gonna have the Goosies because you're gonna overdo it. You're gonna overdo it.
I'm not overdoing it, but you gotta admit,
yeah,
that's Goosies galore, dude.
Come
Come
on.
on. What are you talking about?
Come on.
Goosies galore.
No Goosies.
No Goosies. Not a single goose.
No, you guys overdid it. I was very very impressed with what Tyler Herro has done.
I can go down the hall right now to the and go. What'd you just do? Copy machine? That's literally Tyler Herro and Steph Curry right now.
Is that the copy machine?
So much for not
Get that
overdoing
checked in. I
it.
mean, sounds
What
like
is
a copy
that?
machine.
Sound like you're flatlined.
Control C, Control V.
There you go.
How about that?
Copy paste shortcut.
J Fig, got the Goosies.
Boy
As much as I enjoy watching Tyler Herro play, you just ruined it.
Why?
You ruined it for me because you overdo it. You overdo it all the time. To where, okay, now if I say I don't have Goosies, I'm a hater. But you went too far. You have to overdo it. No. See?
Wow.
Look, we got trumpets and all this. No.
Mine's better. Who does the best copy machine? You do it first, Tobin. Go. All right, let me hear yours, Fig. Oh, that's not good. Ready for this one?
That sounds like a bird. No.
Oh, no, come on.
Okay.
That was
it sounds a little old. Like you gotta get that the technician to see
sounds
this.
old.
Yeah. Hey,
Tickets engineer.
your printer need to fill out a ticket.
That's a point.
Goosies.
What about you, Froggy? You got the Goosies?
Yes, I agree with you and Figgy. I think it is Goosies.
No, too much.
All right. Well,
Too much.
all.
Yes.
Hey, my mic needs some blue chew.
That's true.
Sagging.
Stop playing with it.
That's how you.
Well, all right.
Steph Curry.
That's how you fix it.
Steph Curry 4.3 point makes to 10.1 attempts a game.
Oh, 40%.
Tyler Herro 4.2. He's almost there.
How many attempts a game?
10.1.
So they both have the same amount of attempts.
You're just jammed. Stop it.
Okay, number 2 on the list.
Ooh, Snickerdoodle Pop-Tarts.
All right, not number 2. That is
doing
not
that?
number 2 on the list,
Yeah.
but something just as affordable as Snickerdoodle Pop-Tarts is the new concession stand prices for the Phoenix Suns. They have slashed their hot dog, popcorn, soda, and water prices to $2 a piece.
All of them?
What?
Who's this now?
What do you?
The Suns.
I really appreciate you guys.
The Phoenix Suns
really
have slashed their
hanging in
prices. Hot dogs, peanuts, popcorn, soda water, $2 a piece.
Yeah.
for this weekend.
No, for the rest of the season.
Because why? Nobody's going to the games.
I don't think so. I don't think that's why that is. You would think that would get a lot of fans.
Leroy hates me. He must.
Does that give me the
all those things that
Goosies?
you mentioned
Yes,
are
you know what?
$2 each.
Does
I
that
got the
give me
Goosies.
the
You know
Goosies?
why? Because you spend so much for your tickets. I appreciate somebody giving you a break on something. Why should you go spend an arm and a leg to get to a game, and then when you get the game, they try to just milk you dry? You know what? Good for them.
All right. So that's Goosies for Leroy.
They're still, and guess what?
Yeah.
They're still making money. Got to charge $12 for a damn hot dog that's all dried up. The bread's all stale. Like, come on.
The pretzels.
Yes.
Tyler
It's
Herro-
embarrassing.
Tyler Herro's made 15 more threes than Steph Curry this year.
Okay, listen. Hey, can I just say this?
15 more.
Can I just say this?
I feel like mine is getting better.
If I gave you a choice, you'd take Steph Curry.
Maybe in past years.
Yeah.
You know, old man can play all the games like Tyler did this
Over
year.
the hill. Am I right?
You know,
Which would be a first for him.
I would say no Goosies to them slashing prices because they're sticking their beak in the Heat's business.
You want
with
them to wait.
points.
You want them to pay full. You would rather go there and pay full
I
price.
hope the Suns fan has to pay $10 per hot dog, and they can stop talking about Jimmy Butler.
$10 glizzies. That's crazy.
I don't like you saying that.
Wow. Just so
Dude,
everyone
I don't like
didn't
that.
realize. Okay. All right.
J-Fig?
I have Goosies because these are things that you can, outside of a stadium or arena, you get this for that exact price.
You ever go to the Arepa cart outside the Kaseya Center?
No, I
Let me
never
tell you, I
have.
used to love that about
Good.
when you first, when you park outside of Marlins Park
Oh, no
and you
pocket.
walk there. Oh, they have all kinds of little stands.
True.
I always
Always
park in
give
the
me a hot
garage,
dog.
but
Dade
no.
South says cheap meat will always give Leroy's the Goosies.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't look at
I
me
mean, is a hot dog technically meat? It's
I don't know what you want to make it.
it's on the fringes of
It's not a
It's
vegetable.
more like a cold cut.
yes.
A cold cut.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
Like bologna.
Please don't.
Hey,
What are
hear me
you?
out.
Where are your Goosies?
Apple Jacks Pop Tarts.
He hates me. I know he
Stop
hates me.
He doesn't
doing
wanna
that.
hear you.
No.
Every time Marcos has to say something, you ignore him.
Hate me, dude. I do not have the Goosies for one reason only. $2 for water sounds good until you find out it's Dasani. Gross, dude. I'd never pay $2 for that.
Dasani, they just take faucet water and filter it.
Oh,
That's basically what it is.
uh,
Still cheaper than it was.
I take it.
true. You guys ready for number 3?
Yes.
Number 3 comes from Darvin Ham. You guys remember him?
Yeah.
Used to coach the Lakers. Now is Doc Rivers'
He is.
lead assistant.
He does kind of, isn't he?
Never lost in the NBA Cup.
Yes, he is the NBA Cup. They will put him in the Raptors, I'm assuming. But he was quoted with a bit of a shot to the Lakers, hosing them down.
Wow.
He said, to do as well as I did, I swear to God. Anywhere else, I'm probably looking at an extension with what I did, Ham said. I'm not talking about feelings. I'm talking about actual facts. They go from not making it to the playoffs to the Final Four in the NBA, the conference finals. Then you win the in-season tournament, navigate through all the injuries, and win both of your playing games to get in the playoffs. Bleep the Lakers. Sorry, okay.
That's too strong. He didn't say
last
that.
one, I may have added that last
I got the Goosies. You want to know why? He's right. The only reason that he got fired is because LeBron didn't like him, got in his feelings because Darvin Ham had the audacity to say the same thing JJ Redick did, which is, hey, old man, maybe we shouldn't play you so many minutes. Hated him. You could tell he hated Darvin. And who did he get replaced by? Not even a coach, a podcaster.
That's true.
A podcaster. So I got the Goosies, him telling it like it is. Leroy? Nice.
It's actually pretty cool to hear him like put it out there. He's not lying. It sucks in this world that we hate winning, right? Like if you're having success, it's up to everybody involved to just make it work because you're having success. and we don't do that. Now it's about everybody's feelings. So, yep.
Jennifer?
I got the Goosies.
We both have the Goosies.
Goosies.
Frogboy got the Goosies, called out the Lakers. Did not mince his words. I appreciate that.
I mean, he didn't have to mince his words. Like what he said was factual.
All right.
Give us one more Marcos.
All right. It is the end of the year. People have been waiting on this. Lines wrapped around the building. I want your opinion on it. The newsletter.
Wow.
Yeah.
The newsletter.
-1.
Why? You gave the
-1
newsletter?
for Sass.
Wow. I don't know.
-1. I was gonna say Goosies
for Sass.
I was.
Oh,
that's a lot of pages.
Well, you know what? If people were to send me information when I asked for it the first time,
you were missing some
then we would
birthdays.
have had, 3 more before this one.
Saw a couple birthdays missing there as well. Wonder what that's about.
Yeah, yours.
Well, I'm in August.
This stupid ass month.
No, wait, hold on.
Wow. Man.
But the Goose, great job, Jennifer.
Great
job.
Thank you.
I mean, we really should have gotten more pages though than Radio Libre. I feel like
What are you talking about?
They just got here.
We had 3 pages. We had 3
we should have just I mean our show specifically.
Our show.
We had a whole page.
I think we should have gotten 3 pages.
Let me see.
Really?
A lot of stuff we could have put
Then
on
maybe
there.
you should have sent me more stuff.
I sent you plenty of stuff.
You're on the show.
You're here.
I asked you for I don't know how long for videos.
I don't understand. Why do I have to get all this stuff?
Because it's on your camera.
What do you mean, dude? It's not like I'm not hiding film rolls like this is 1994.
Look,
It's
we don't
all on
share
the
a
internet.
drive. We don't share a drive.
You ever seen an author put their picture on the cover of the book? Anyone ever seen this before?
Have you opened a newsletter?
Yes.
I mean, a newspaper? It's kind of
No,
like that.
I haven't opened. I mean, I never see. Oh, there. Yeah.
Wait. You asked Marcos if he opened a newspaper. You already know the answer to that.
I've opened the comic section.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I used to love Garfield.
Well,
on
when I was
Sundays.
in journalism, that's exactly what I would see. So
You were
I
a
did it.
journalist?
I had classes.
She was journalist adjacent.
You know what's funny? I started off doing the sports section in middle school.
Really?
In journalism class.
Really?
Yeah.
Sports.
Then when did you start covering the Devil's music?
Well, that came actually right after that class.
Leroy, you got the Goosies from the newsletter?
A lot of J Fig in this.
If I would say it was a bit wordy, but I fought through it to show support for Jennifer.
Yeah.
I made it. I give her the Goosies.
Oh,
I'm gonna give myself Goosies galore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Galore.
You know. By the way, we can't be goosing ourselves. That's
Well,
It's a self-goose.
I did a great job. So.
I like the way that sounds.
You did do a great job. A lot of pages.
Yeah, nobody questioning the job you did.
Oh, look at Claudia at the end.
Yeah. Wow. Trying to keep that job. We know what that is.
Being very inclusive here.
Froggy?
Look, this is one of the best newsletters I've ever seen in the last 4 months. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this gets Goosey.
We got Odyssey Quarterly.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait for
I'm
Q1.
not sending you Odyssey points, okay?
Can I send you Odyssey points?
Sure.
Q1.
I already got sent some Odyssey points because of my great work
I
from another
listen.
department.
They said only 700 more Odyssey points. You can get a decoder ring. So yeah, I just the Odyssey gift shop is just not made for me.
You don't want Odyssey socks?
Socks?
Socks.
Grip socks?
The only thing I want to see Odyssey on is that chip.
That Munyon. Everybody have a great rest of your Thursday.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you rascals, except for Frogboy. We call him old 3 for weaker, you know?
Well,
Flake.
Jimmy Butler can do it, no problem.
You're
All of a sudden,
Talk to you guys tomorrow. I got it in the middle of the season, but what I gather is they go on a date. They all see who they like. They all go on like
every now and then.
Oh, can you stop doing that?
The top of my foot. if you see some other man snuggling up to her and treating her nice,
Jessica.
Hope you mother have a good day.